Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Kickoff with Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk. I am your host, Tony, affectionately known as Low Tone Tony. What's going on today? How's everybody feeling? Our panelists will join us shortly, but we are not going to wait. We're going to get right into some football. All right. So chat, give me your early answer. Real warning, protection problem, or too little evidence. All right. Let's start with what Buffalo actually showed us. All right. Buffalo didn't give Carolina enough football to hand out a final verdict, but it absolutely gave us enough to start asking some real questions. When your first team offense goes 3 straight drives without a first down, it does not matter whether it is preseason or the playoffs. Something did not function the way that it was supposed to, right? So Bryce Young finished 3 of 5 for 18 yards. The pocket got uncomfortable immediately. And yes, both starting guards were out, and that matters. But here's the line we have to walk today. Context explains what happened. It does not automatically erase what we saw, right? So the real question coming out of Buffalo is simple. Are we looking at a protection problem that changes when the starters return, or an offense that still does not have answers when pressure shows up? Okay. Jacksonville is next. That is where Carolina starts finding out whether Buffalo was a snapshot or a warning sign. All right. So before we get into today, I forgot to upload my graphics. 1 second, not a problem. I am on it. We can go through today's availability and roster updates, injury report. All right. So let's just add that to the stage real quick. All right. So Chuba Hubbard, as we know, is still week to week. Haynes King missed the Buffalo game with the hamstring. Hopefully, he will be healthy enough to participate in the game against Jacksonville this week. I know a lot of people in Panther Nation are high on Haynes King and want to see more of him. So that is to be expected, and hopefully he will be available when we scrimmage Jacksonville come Friday. All right. The interior O line, Robert Hunt and Damien Lewis, both were held out against Buffalo. Says Lewis is still nursing his calf issue, and I believe Robert Hunt is still dealing with some back soreness. That was the last reported injury that we had for Robert Hunt was on his back. All right. And a quick roster update. As of now, 30 minutes ago, when I checked the Carolina Panthers transaction report on their website, Darren Waller still hasn't been reported as officially signing with Carolina yet, so the official move is still pending. It is a reported 1-year deal. We don't know how much or any of that right now, but yeah, on the Carolina Panthers website, under transactions, his name still does not appear. I think the last transaction was back on the 12th when we released a wide receiver. So let me bring my guests up on the panel real quick. Poppin', what's happening?
Good morning.
Good
Yeah, you on
morning, my
Sports
guy.
Talk. Good morning,
Yes, sir.
America.
Well, talk to me. Hold on before you do. Let me get into my little soliloquy here. All right, so let me just pull up my first question for the first half today. Did Buffalo expose Carolina offense? So let me give you the facts first. Carolina lost 29-14 in Buffalo. The first team offense had three straight 3-and-outs with 9 official plays plus a penalty. Bryce Young completed 3 of 5 passes for 18 yards. Panthers.com noted that pressure affected all 3 possessions, while projected starting guards Robert Hunt and Damien Lewis were sidelined. So here's the little context to it. The issue is bigger than the final point total. Carolina must evaluate whether it identified pressure, communicated protections, created a workable first down plan, and gave Bryce Young a clean answer when the original look failed. Missing both starting guards affects pocket depth, stunt exchanges, run game continuity, and protection calls. A resilient offense still needs answers when personnel changes. So my question to you, Poppin, did Buffalo expose an offense that can't handle pressure, or is the missing interior line making this, or is the interior line making this too incomplete to judge? What say you?
What offense? I'm confused. When you say offense, what offense?
Well, irregardless, there was an offense on the field. Now,
Oh,
how they produce, that's up to everybody's own interpretation. But that has nothing to do with the question that was just asked you, Poppin. So, sir,
okay.
can you please answer the question?
Did they cause some disruption? Sure, I could say that. Even though it's we had a whole week ahead of the whole NFL, and we've already played
Mm-hmm.
one preseason game. I mean, I guess you could say yes. They showed some. They showed some. They caused some problems. That caused our starters and backups not to be looking very efficient on offense. So yeah, and
Okay.
you also got to take in consideration. It was vanilla.
What's that?
It was
It
vanilla.
was vanilla.
Yeah. So
It was vanilla. It was
now,
offense. But go
uh
ahead.
huh. Now, I don't know what type of vanilla that was, so I just call it vanilla
Was it
light.
with a Madagascar vanilla, or was it some imitation vanilla? There's a difference.
Yeah, that's why I call it vanilla light. You know,
Van-
because that had to be what it was. I mean,
well,
I
let's
blame X. I blame
stop.
Excel.
Let me hold you. Let me hold you right there. Let me hold you right there. In your honest opinion, did you see a difference in the play calling? Let's start with the play calling. Did you see a difference in the play calling Thursday in the uh, all
Having
right, Papa, you there?
yeah. It was kind of choppy there for a second.
Okay. All right. So did you see a difference in the play calling from Thursday night to Thursday night against Arizona to Saturday against Buffalo?
Um, I don't think I see a major difference. No, I'm being totally honest. I don't
No,
see.
I ain't say whether it was major, minor, or what. Did
Oh,
you see
I
a
don't think
difference?
I didn't see a difference. All I seen was a difference in execution.
Okay. All right. Okay. So with the execution, all right. So let's like you said, execution. So let's move on down the chain with it. The execution. When you looked at the what did you find wrong? Let me ask you this question: what did you find wrong with the execution? So you said it wasn't the play calling, in your opinion. So what was it about the execution that fell apart, or that was a disappointment to you?
Well, one, nobody seemed like they came to play. Number two, um,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see any aggressiveness. I didn't see any attention being um, put on the field. Um, I didn't see anybody trying to, hey, let's take a shot anyway, give you a chance. I didn't see enough blocking and protection. Um, I didn't see no holes for guys to run through like that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Missed tackling, open field tackles.
No, let's stay with the offensive side. Let's just
Just
stay with the offensive side.
offense.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's just stay with the offense side right now.
it looked like some nervousness. It, it looked very very ill prepared. This didn't look like your NFC champions of the South. That's not what it looked like at all. Even if it was Vanilla Light,
Mm-hmm.
this looked horrible. Um, I didn't see no fluidity. Yeah, it's a lot. Anything bad you could think
Okay.
of, that's exactly what I saw.
All right.
I ain't seen no
So
leadership.
you okay? So the first thing you said, I think you said about taking the shot downfield regardless, right?
Well,
Is that what you?
what I mean by downfield, I don't mean it has to be a ball, but just throw it there. Like
Right.
anything that you do in this preseason, it doesn't go on your record. So what do you got to lose other than the fans being mad at you? Man, he why
Mm-hmm.
you throw that interception? This, that, and other. I really wouldn't care because it's preseason when it comes to that point. That's the part I don't care. If you make if you take a chance and it doesn't be sufficient. Okay, cool. Or it's not efficient.
Okay.
But you didn't even try to? Like, I can't give you nothing if you don't try.
Right.
You failed
Okay.
if you never tried.
So right. So just based off that comment that you just gave about effort or trying, who or what would you put that blame on? Like who's responsible for the offense giving the right effort, the right level of effort, or like you said, giving a try no matter what. Who is responsible in your opinion for that?
In my opinion, I mean, the quarterback gets the ball, touch the ball every single time. Matter of
Right.
fact, I was told that you have mastered the offense.
I was I heard yeah.
Mastered.
Yeah, I heard the same thing.
Did you see mastery?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Absolutely not.
So
No.
when
Matt,
somebody
like
stick,
like like
mhm.
you said, earlier, you can almost say to your point, like what offense, if any, was on the field those first three series. So
Let
I
me
mean,
let me ask you this: did T Mac have
go
a
ahead.
catch?
Not at all. He didn't even have an attempt. He didn't even have a ball thrown his way.
So Jalen Coker's the number one now. Oh, okay.
No, I didn't say that. You're saying that.
I know. I know. I'm the
Okay.
one saying it because Jalen
Okay.
Coker got a pass thrown to him before T Mac did.
On the second drive, yeah. Neither one of them saw a pass the first drive.
I don't care. T Mac need to get the ball first.
Exactly. No, I'm with you. I'm
You know
with
what I'm
you.
saying?
I think
That's
I
just
think
my
the
whole
I
point
think
of
the
what I'm
first
saying.
yeah,
Yeah.
the first pass attempt went to XL.
And we know where that went
Yeah.
to the dirt. I
Well,
blame
I
XL
want
for this whole preseason. It's his fault.
okay, now I think you're being a little facetious, but
I am.
continue,
I'm
sir.
glad you picked up on that. Yeah, I am
Yeah.
very very much so because that's what
Well, ain't
people like to
nothing
do.
ain't nothing about me slow now.
Oh, I never said
I
that.
might talk a little I might talk a little slow at times.
And you'd be surprised who still don't get it. Like I'm not even talking fast. You still don't get. But anyway, anywho, yeah. So Bryce Young did not show me leadership or any mastery
Mhm.
of the offense. Now, when you're a master of something, you can transition however you want to, whenever you need to, because you're the master. Masters don't get questions. They don't get questioned. When you're the master, you don't get questioned unless you got a protege. You know what I'm saying? Like, the young grasshopper. You're training him to get to the level that he needs to be.
Well,
When you
this is where I think you're sounding like you're taking the definition of mastery, and using it in two different contexts. I don't think the comparison is true comparison. But go ahead. I just had to throw that in there.
so you saying I'm off? Okay, all right. Well, let's break this down then. If you got your master in your degree, let's say your master in scouting, your master of scouting
Hmm.
offensive line, that means you hit on the guys or your predictions of whoever that you're scouting. You mastered it. You know the ins and outs of it. Can't no. Not saying that you can't learn nothing, but
And not saying that you perfect either.
not saying you're perfect. But your
Okay.
efficiency is up
Okay.
there. What
Okay.
I'm saying is when you have mastered the offense and something doesn't
Hmm.
look good to you, don't you have the right to audible out of it or call something different or shift the protection for you? Because once you have
Yeah.
mastered
That's
offense, you know what everybody else is supposed to do and how to do it,
hmm
how to see it, how to call it. I didn't see
you
no
you you
mastery.
you're very you are so right. Yeah. 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 That you are correct.
But that's the answer to
Go
that
on.
question.
Okay. So just to rebut your answer a little bit, like you said earlier, this was vanilla. Whether it was vanilla light, vanilla white, vanilla gray, whatever. It was some form of vanilla, right? It was also the first preseason game for the starters, correct? So you've been watching football as much as I've been watching football. You know the game like I know the game, and you understand that you're going to see vanilla in the preseason. Now, it's not up to us what players are called. Last week in the Hall of Fame game was more of a pass happy offense than it was Saturday. I don't know if you really noticed that or not, but yeah, we came out firing and throwing the ball off the rip in the Hall of Fame game. Um, to me, there was a little difference in the play calling between the Hall of Fame game in this game. It looks to me like they was trying to get Jonathan Brooks his touches, get a feel into the game. It surprised me that the first throw went to XL, not to your top two wide receivers. So there were some squandered opportunities that I think that the offense as a whole should have taken, and that's why I asked you about the play calling, because there was a difference in play calling uh, when it comes to last Thursday and Saturday's game. So that's why on the thumbnail I have concern or context. I think you can have both. I think two things can be true at the same time. But a lot of people are not going to put it in context because it doesn't fit their narrative. But see, that's why I'm here. I'm here to give people the honest opinion and help you see it um from both sides. You know what I'm saying? From all sides. There's a reason why things are done the way it's done. There's a reason why it's an outcome, whether it's an interception or a touchdown. Whether it's a fumble or interception. There's a reason to all of that. It don't just doesn't happen out of the blue or like like magic. There's a reason to it. When you look at what happened or what took place Saturday, it was obviously in my opinion, just watching the first two series, what I believe they were trying to do. I don't think they were trying to really go out there and do what I hoped they would do. That's what was disappointing to me. To see our offense, so much that we've heard during the off season, during training camp, the highlights, the reporters, like you mentioned, Poppin talking about the mastery of the offense and Bryce looking like this, and then we go into this game and none of that transpired, and then we all left to wonder, well, what the hell happened? You know what I'm saying? So that's my biggest problem with Saturday. I didn't even realize that Robert Hunt wasn't playing until maybe like the second or third. I think like that first series. I didn't know Brady Christensen was in the game. So listen, like I said, there could be a multitude of reasons for things happening. But yeah, that's just my opinion. I'm here to help anybody, understand, put things in proper context, because that's what I do. I don't pick sides. I don't sit on one side or the other. I'm right comfortably in the middle so I can properly critique the game, whether it's good or bad. That makes sense to you, Poppy?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Tip Drill Will, what's happening?
Hey, good morning, fellas. What's up, Poppin? What's up, Tony?
What's going on, Will?
Yeah.
Not much. Not
What's
much.
going on?
None much. Happy
What's
Monday,
on?
everybody.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying happy Monday. Happy Monday, everybody, to everybody in your
Yeah,
chat,
happy
your
Monday.
audience.
And we done had like 36 hours for people to decompress, get their feelings in check, hopefully have a clearer mind this Monday morning as they get ready for work or get ready to go to the gym, Pilates, maybe they're at Starbucks, drinking a latte or tea, something to take that edge away from a Saturday, and hopefully we can discuss it in better terms and a better situation today. So, Will, I
Mm-hmm.
will ask you, like I asked Poppin, did Buffalo expose an offense that can't handle pressure, or is the missing interior line making this too incomplete to judge? What say you, sir?
I think it's too incomplete to judge right now. Um, I watched them. I watched them snaps several times, man. And
Mm-hmm.
and 62 was getting ragdolled, dog. I mean, it was crazy. It was crazy. Um, we couldn't establish the run. We couldn't everything was hurried, and it was all
Yeah.
basically coming from the interior. Uh I there's no way for us to really evaluate it completely. And I'm saying me now, of course, I can speculate on why they had Corbett and not Corbett, Brady Christensen and Zavala in there.
Uh-huh.
Um, I can only speculate. For example,
Right.
Lewis and Hunt, they dressed up, they warmed up and everything. They just didn't play.
Oh, they did warm up?
Yeah,
Okay. I didn't even know that.
they just didn't
Didn't
play.
even know that.
So are they saving them for are they saving them for joint practice? I don't
I
know.
don't know. Hold that thought right there, Will. Shout out
Mhm.
Reality Beats for the 499 super chat. He said, I know y'all seen XL stop in the middle of his out route, hiding behind the defender. I thought would have possibly been a tutty. Listen, I'm trying to give people the opportunity to tell what they saw, voice their opinion. You know what I'm saying? But Reality Beats, I saw the same thing you saw, right? I saw the same thing you saw. So when AJ Brooks just asked about Bryce throwing the ball 7 yards away from XL, well, if you understood the route concept and he should have broke out and not tried a button hook right there, which was crazy. We know Bryce throws with anticipation. He may have been there where the ball was thrown, but I digress. So I'm hey, I'm let hey, this is for y'all. You know what I'm saying? My understanding or my opinion of the game, I try to keep it out of. So I let you guys do y'all thing. But yeah, Reality Beast, appreciate that 499 super chat, and I definitely saw that. Yeah. Go ahead, Will.
I saw that too. But so I guess I'll say all of that to say I think it's incomplete, man. Yeah, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed in this offense. And I understand that Dave Canales' main concern is to be ready for week 1. But
yeah,
god damn, man, you didn't allow your paying audience to see anything. Nothing. It is entertainment, right? Jesus Christ. I don't understand it. I just don't understand how this was so bad. Now, of course, for me, and I hate to say this, after looking across the NFL, we weren't as bad as a lot of other people. And I'll just leave it at that.
Right.
Yeah, we were.
Right.
We were just as bad as other people. Yeah, we were.
No, we weren't.
Yeah. I
No, but
watched
I
a
mean, that's
lot
my
of
opinion.
football.
It's my opinion. My opinion.
I know, I get it. If Charlie the game out there, man, please pull up. Now, let us feel some of that. There he is. Oh no, he ain't. He ain't. Yeah, Charlie, man, you waking up, man. Pull on up, man. Let us hear your perspective.
Go ahead, Will.
Yeah. So after calming down, I still just I want some questions answered. Like why wasn't, if you're gonna go against their first team reps, why have your backup guards in there? Why?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of a head scratcher. It is kind of a head scratcher. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, it's kind of a head scratcher.
You got to know what your depth looking like. That's why you got to know what them guys can do. I mean,
That's true
like
too.
you said, the guys are on the warming up, but it might be a time where they can't go. So you got to see what they can do. You know, you never know. Anything can happen. So you gotta put it out there. You know, I understand everybody else is expendable. You know, but that's not how you look at depth. You gotta put them out there. Because knowing how we roll, a couple of those guys probably will be in the game later on in the season.
Right.
So what were they doing?
I guess I agree. I just like I say, I'm just disappointed. So, but that makes sense, Papa.
Yeah. So, Papa had mentioned about no leadership was shown. There was like a lack of effort. No effort was given from the offense. So, in your opinion, where do you feel like that blame should fall when it comes to a lack of effort for the offense as a whole, and where does the leadership responsibility fall to you?
So, no lack of effort and no leadership. Well, the lack of effort, unfortunately, falls in several categories. One, the individual player, you are playing for your own roster spot. So your effort based on what you perform. Two, the environment in which the team places you in.
What you mean by that? Expound on that a little bit.
So if you think that you safe and it's a preseason game and you don't have to do what you need to do in order to make this roster, then you feel like you own, nobody's shit.
Be careful what you saying, Will.
And three. And three. And three. So, and three. The coaching staff and the quarterback. The quarterback is an extension of the coach on the field. He's an extension. So if that means that between series or in series, you are tightening
Yeah.
people up, I'm talking about from the coaching staff perspective and the signal caller, that has to happen. So if there was, and I'm not saying that it is, there's three categories of ways that falls into place. It's not just one thing. So I just, but I didn't walk away with, lack of leadership and all of that. I just want to know, like, why was it such a vanilla play calling? Why did you run up the middle when you knew, and you knew that there was no penetration? You could not establish the run, and was it to be able to evaluate Chandler Zavala and Brady Christensen? Was it to evaluate your depth? Then say that.
But they didn't come out and say nothing though, Will. Remember,
Correct.
we didn't have no press conference afterwards, so we don't know what
they
their
did have a
intentions
press conference.
was.
They just didn't have that shit live. They did have a press conference. They just
Well,
had
yeah,
that shit live.
that's what I mean. That's what I mean.
Yeah. So, but that's what I'm getting at is, I got questions but that won't be answered. But I would have liked to have been answered.
I like Kevin Falkery's 403 response. He said, was Brad calling the plays for BY? It looked like Canales was calling the plays.
Exactly.
Hey, Kevin, that's why I said the play calling looked different from the Hall of Fame game to this game. But I appreciate that comment. Go ahead, Will.
And like for example, if you knew your guard play was soft or suspect, then you start moving the pocket. You start bootlegging, you start rolling out, you start moving the pocket. You see what I'm saying? None of that took place. It's just like, I'm gonna drop back. I'm gonna see if these guys beat their guys, and I'm gonna throw the ball away. God bless.
Yeah.
Anyway, that would be my about the leadership question. Good call out though, Poppin.
Yeah, Poppin, what you think about Will's response? Poppin?
Yeah, I'm here.
I said, what do you think about Will's response when it comes to leadership and the effort that was given by the first team offense?
I mean, I don't have no disagreements with it. I was kind of confused on the situation when he said putting you in certain situations. I mean, I didn't have a problem with the backups going in there, just like I didn't have problems seeing the janitors and the construction workers and the car salesmen going out there playing last week. I didn't have a problem with it. You got to go out there and execute. I don't have no real excuses for any of these guys that's playing this professional sport. You want to make the team, you got to put the effort. You got to show that you want this job, that you want to play on this team, that you want to coach this team. However you want to look at it, it has to be shown. Like I said, when you're a master of the offense, somebody got to come up with something. You just can't just let it unfold. Well, I just trust the coaches. I just did what they told me to do. Like that, all that bullshit is out the window. We ain't trying to hear none of that.
So what would you want him to say? Can I ask that question?
He didn't say that, but that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm saying you said we don't want to hear that. So, like, what should have been?
In year 4? And not in year 4. I don't want to hear that excuse. I don't want to.
No, that's not. That's no. I'm saying what.
That's what I'm saying. If he does say that anymore, because he has used that in the past. You can't say I'm sorry, but so many times, right? Will, do you believe that?
Yeah, I know. But what I'm saying is based off of the conversation he had post game what would you want him to say that's not?
He didn't say nothing in post game.
Yes, he did. He did. He did.
It's nothing different about I haven't already heard. You just other than we gotta do a better job. I gotta do a better job. Whatever. All right, cool. Next.
Right, but like what I'm
Like,
saying is, what do you expect for him to say? You said you
well,
don't
that's what
want to hear that. Like, what do you want?
I'm putting this in context of going into the future when we play real games. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to
Oh,
hear
okay.
those type of excuses. But I just trusted the coaches. Man, you got to go out here and put on.
And so in other
Yeah.
words, so if the coach give you a play, you don't like the play, call a different play.
I mean, master of the
Mhm.
offense. Master of the offense. Coach can call what you want to call. That's true. Yes. But if you see something that don't look right to you, it's gonna be on you first. Cause everybody gonna see you put it on display. Then they'll jump on the coach and be like, "Hey, that was a dumb call." But if all you can say is, "Well, I'm trusting the coaches and that I'm doing what the coaches asked me to do," it
Did Pop and break up?
I might have.
Okay. Hey. So the other thing I mentioned to you on that popping. Oh, oh man, I must be breaking up.
I hear you clearly, Will. Tony breaking up for me.
In the chat, you put one in it. Okay. So appreciate it. Hey, Will, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I got you now.
Okay, yeah, that was my end. I apologize. I was looked up and my stuff started buffering. I don't understand why. I apologize about that, everybody. I apologize. Who I think Pop and you were talking, right?
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah. I was saying that basically I was saying going into the regular season, this that and other. You know, the master of the offense or the mastery of the offense, people are not going to be willing to hear those same excuses, even though it may be the truth. I'm just doing what the coaches asked me to do. You're gonna have to come up with something else because when they stick their neck out there to compliment you with those high praises, and I'm not blaming everything, right? I'm not. But what I'm saying, when I am talking about Bryce, and the coaches say, okay, he has mastered this offense, you're going to have to put that on display because even the coach, like Will said, he's an extension of the head coach or the offensive coordinator. But the offensive coordinator and the head coach can't see everything you see from your view standing out there in front of that defense. So if you have to make those adjustments, you're gonna have to do it. It ain't gonna be too much of everybody gonna be wanting to hear. Oh, I trust the coach and the process. Man, you better go out there and play. Telling you down. This is a pre-warning.
Okay. So
Okay. Can I
go
say
ahead,
one
Will.
thing to that, Tony? So this.
Go ahead.
Thanks. So one thing. Y'all remember when Derek Brown, when they had like the the Panther, they do the game where the mic'd up and Derek Brown was like, at the end of the game, he was like, the coaching staff out here put us in the position to make plays. We're not making the plays. So it is our job to make the play and make the coach right. And I think that goes to what Poppin is saying. That goes to what Bryce is saying when he's out there. So when you go out there and you got a package out there and you see the defense, you have the play that's being run and a couple of extensions or audibles you can run off of what the package is on the field. It's up to all 11 people to win their battle to be able to have a positive play. Everybody. It's not just one person. It's the coaching staff putting people in the position. It's everybody winning their individual battles and working as one unified team. And we did that inconsistently last year. And then they come out and show this BS this Saturday. Nobody don't want to hear anything that you're evaluating. We saw we don't want to hear that. You evaluate that in the back room. You show us what your evaluations showed you. Even if it's a preseason game, you show us what your evaluation showed you. So sorry about that.
Seen a lot of that this weekend. Hey, listen, I seen a lot of that this weekend. Teams playing and showing, pretty much probably what they've been working on. Whole training camp this whole off season. There were some teams out there that didn't look vanilla. It was some teams that was trying to execute the plays that they've been practicing all off season and training camp. Unfortunately, we didn't look like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's really at the end of the day, the offense looked anemic. All right. So no matter who you want to put the blame on, whether it's one person, one coach, the offense, one player, it doesn't even really matter, because at the end of the day, they all work as one unit. You know what I'm saying? They all have to do their 1 of 11. And I believe that it all starts with the head coach and the offensive and the defensive play callers. You know what I'm saying? They are responsible for getting these guys, putting these guys in a position prepared to play a game. Because all you heard last week was Dave Canales said that, this is the time where you start start practicing taking care of your body, especially the 48 hours before the game. This is supposed to be like a game prep, but then you go out here and you put on a display, if that's what you want to call it, like you're practicing, the first 3 days of training camp. Because that's what it looked like to me. It looked nothing like what we saw Thursday night in the Hall of Fame game, irregardless of who was the quarterback, whether the 1, 2s, or 3s going against 1, 2s, or 3s. At the end of the day, what I saw Thursday as opposed to what I saw Saturday was night and day. And that's what I'm disappointed in, me personally. So let me bring up one other person to the panel. Rashad, what's going on? Let me move this banner real quick.
What's good?
Rashad, what's happening?
What it do, man?
What's going on, man? Talk to me.
Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
I hear popping up here spewing this BS, man. What it do? What it do?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, all
man.
right.
Look, it's
See, it ain't me. It ain't
it's
me this
really
time,
hard
Poppin'.
to evaluate Bryce. Look, it's really hard to evaluate Bryce in the offense as a whole. When your guards are getting ragged on like high school kids. I mean, you know, I seen a few plays where I don't give a damn who the hell you had in the backfield. You could have Bo Jackson, Earl Campbell back there. There was really nowhere to go because that guys were in the backfield before a few times before Brooks even really had a chance to even get any type of sting. And as far as Bryce. I mean, the offense looked just like it did last year. The guys looked like they was, lollygagging. They looked like they didn't care. They looked like, hey, this is a preseason game, man. This is go through the motions and hey, it's just preseason. I mean, I didn't see any deep. I didn't see any deep plays. I didn't see, you know, I didn't see any type of aggression. Because before the game, I heard that the field was bad. I don't know if it was because of the field. I didn't know if they didn't want to risk getting injured because like the way I heard them talking about that field before the game, I was like, are the starters even gonna play? I was kind of concerned like to start the game, to hear those guys talk about how the field was tore up, how the new grass was tore up and stuff, I was like, damn, are they gonna play? So when they played, I was like, okay. And then I seen,
You talking about in Buffalo?
yeah,
Yeah, I didn't hear that. Go ahead.
oh yeah, they was talking about how bad the grass was. So I thought that they might have was gonna play like one series to sit them, but when I actually watched the game, man, I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, yo, these dudes playing like they looking like they don't even really want to be out here. I don't know if they're trying to play it safe or what. But
Yeah.
everybody was talking about how Buffalo was playing. I'm like, well, I mean, somebody did make a comment where Buffalo was playing for a little bit more because the new stadium and they wanted to show off and da da da. And it's Joe Brady, first year as a head
Well,
coach. Da 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 da.
well, I don't mean to cut you off, but if y'all remember, I said this a couple of times early in the week when people was talking about Buffalo is not going to play their starters, and I said I'll be hard pressed to believe that Buffalo is going to open up their brand new stadium
Yeah, I said
at
that. I didn't think
home
they were. You right.
and not play their starters. And the fact that we have Joe Brady, who broke into the NFL with the Panthers, then got fired by Matt Rule. Then you got DJ Moore, who was part of the trade to Chicago to get the number one draft pick to draft Bryce Young. If y'all think they don't have something to prove, y'all mistaken. And what did they do? They came right out and did exactly what I thought they would attempt to do. Well, matter of fact, they were successful at doing. You know what I'm
It
saying?
was
Because
it was so great to see more.
somebody tell me when the last time you saw DJ Moore wave at a defender like bring it. I don't recall seeing DJ Moore doing that, especially
Yeah,
in a preseason game. Like he wanted to smoke. He wanted to show you that
Yeah, he
what
called.
you had, you know what I'm saying, that you should have held on to, or whatever point he was trying to make. He was letting them know. You know what I'm saying? And the offense, they didn't look vanilla to me. They look like the same type of offense they ran when they beat us in the ground last year with the
It looked
stretch
like they was
zone, the
actually
wide
trying.
zone. You know what I'm saying? Running bootleg out of it. You know, releasing the tight end from the backside, letting him dragging across the middle. Like they were not playing nothing vanilla, in my opinion, with their first team offense. So just like I predicted was gonna happen, kind of happened. But go ahead, Rashad.
Yeah. So like I was saying, man, bro, like Papa, you talking about mastery of the offense. I mean, it's the preseason. You're not going to see them like I. It's not what like I was telling Tone the other day. He was telling me it's not about what we want. It's about what the coaches and them want. So I might want to see them be a little bit more, open with the offense, but I guess they don't want to do it. I guess they because from what I seen Saturday, they just went to that game like, look, we don't want to get hurt, da 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 da. Just go out there and just, they want. I feel like they wanted to get Jonathan Brooks involved more so than they wanted to do anything with the offense. Because whenever you got Chet with no targets, whenever you got, I think Jalen Coker might have had one. Like the
That
way the
was on the
offense
second
looked,
drive.
just yeah,
Yeah,
the
that was
way
on
the
the second
offense looked,
drive.
man. Nobody can tell me they can't go back and look at that damn game and tell me them dudes look like they was out there trying. If you tell me like he was out there trying to run around, or Jalen Coke, any of them dudes, I'll, I'll cash out you $20 because what I seen, them dudes was not out there running hard. They was not out there playing with no type of
What
urgency.
what what don't
And
don't don't cash app support the channel and click the PayPal link. Yeah, don't
yeah,
cash app nobody no free 20 to support the channel. Go ahead.
I don't think I don't think I'll be cash up. I don't think I'll be doing it anyway because I don't think they can find that no film that can show me where it looked like those guys were running hard. But like
Right,
I
right,
said,
right.
whenever Pop said, mastery, like what do you mean? You wanted to see the mastery of the offense. You wanted him to go out there and change plays, and what do you want? What do you want to see, Pop? Because I've been hearing y'all
Well,
dudes pop
well,
all yesterday. Y'all guys had a party yesterday. Y'all got like popping
Who's y'all?
bottles. I was like, damn,
I,
okay.
I wasn't nowhere yesterday. Who
She,
was y'all? I mean, if you're gonna
yeah, I
address
mean,
me, you gotta address what
I
I
seen.
say. I don't know about y'all. I know about me. Right, Shaq? So,
Okay,
but what
good.
I mean by mastery, you can't be mad that I said mastery because it came from Canales. I'm repeating what Canales said. And Tony
That's
agreed.
facts.
He said that. So even though you may not like the fact that I said it or repeating it to you, that's what Canales said. Everything I
That's
said has been a
facts.
fact. So you know what I mean. Don't shoot the messenger.
I mean, but you gotta understand what I was just saying. Maybe they
So what?
didn't want to
Okay.
show
So,
everything. That's what I'm saying.
but they don't have to show everything. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is even if it's preseason, and yes, you don't want to show what you really got like in your bag. But could you switch from vanilla to maybe chocolate or some strawberry or something? Like you're the captain, you're the leader of the group, and I understand that. And if I'm just talking about Bryce, but Rashad, before I said anything about Bryce, I talked about other stuff too. I talked about leadership. I talked about how the offensive line wasn't doing the job. I didn't ever. Just said you cash up anything to show you uh, running
you
around.
breaking up now this time,
Ever.
Pop.
Man, dang it.
Yeah, you breaking up in the middle of talking. But yeah, I get what Poppin is saying as far as the mastery, and I understand he taking that and running with it. You know what I'm saying? I understand that angle, but at the same time, you know, you so we all know that Bryce ain't just getting up there and just calling whatever plays he wants just because he don't like the plays that's coming in. Again, this is the first preseason game, and I know some people say that preseason man. I know Candy Girl. Preseason does matter to some people. Thomas Davis said it perfectly the other day with him and Christy Balboni. I forgot what they show is called, and she asked him about the preseason whether it matters or not. He said, "Well, to the coaches and the guys that know they're going to make the team, it doesn't matter as much. It's for the guy that's trying to make the team, trying to make the practice squad or whatnot. Those are the ones that the game matters to the most. Now that's not me saying it. That's Thomas Davis saying, a Panther legend that has played this game 13 to 14 years or however long he played. So again, like Papa say, don't shoot the messenger. You know what I'm saying? I just give you the message. So, maybe some of these guys, like Thomas Davis mentioned, you know, don't take this game, don't take the preseason as serious. Maybe it's why it was as vanilla or no flavor at all. Hell, I don't know. I just know for me, I was not happy with it whatsoever, especially with all the news, the information that was coming out of training camp. I was hoping we were going to see much better from the offense. That's what I was hoping.
Yeah, I mean, it don't help to be missing your two top guards, but like I said,
Yeah.
for the offense to look the way it looked, when I looked at that game, it looked like Dave Canales was calling the play. To be real with you, I couldn't tell the difference. Looked like Dave Canales was still calling the
Mm-hmm.
play. I'm like, bro, it's third. I think it was like a third and one, third and two. We tried to run the ball up the middle with Jay Brooks. Chandler Zavala got pushed in, got tackled for I think like a 1 yard loss. It was like fourth and two at like the 48 or 49. I'm like, okay, this it's the preseason. Why not try to go for it? Why not be a little aggressive?
Yeah.
They wanted to punt the ball, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
I guess they want to treat it like an actual game. Like they want to be like an
Yeah.
actual type of environment, like where in most regular season games you would punt that ball. Well, a lot of times. But I mean, you gotta think about it. Ron Rivera, once he learned to stop coaching timid and want to punt and kick field goals and started being a more aggressive, that's when we started winning. I feel like Dave
Mm-hmm.
Dave Canales, man, right now is just he got to show me, man. All this coaching with
Yeah,
violence and I don't see. I don't see.
I feel you. Go ahead, Pop, and finish
I don't see
saying
no
what you were
sacrifice.
saying before your signal went out. Go ahead, Poppin.
Is he still up here?
Yeah. Oh, hold on, my bad. I
No.
forgot. I forgot to add him back. Go ahead, Poppin. My bad.
So basically, I mean, there's a lot of finger pointing going around. I was just talking about
Mm-hmm.
Bryce at that second. I was trying to tell Rashad that I I called out other uh parts of the offense as well. Um, not just Bryce, and I also said Rashad, I can't blame everything on Bryce. I understand that. I just you know, we've been talking about getting a faster start and things of that nature. Um, and I have to blame Brad Isaac as well. He has to take responsibility as well. But
Right.
at the same token, if I'm using the words of Will, and Bryce is going to be the extension of the coordinator or the head coach, I just feel like you can still call a strawberry plain strawberry play too if it don't look good to you, or if the ball still keeps getting beat. Can you switch it up to go to another vanilla play that might be a little bit better than with the head coach? Unless we're saying he's
What?
been held back and he can't even do that in
Mm-hmm.
preseason. Like
Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, hold that thought right there. Hey, Reality Beats with the 499 super chat. I appreciate you, my guy. He said, let's say they dialed the play calling back a lot. Does that mean the offense lacks pure talent to play football, specifically the man under center? Who wants to answer that question first?
Hey, why he asked that question? I was thinking the other day. I was like, okay, we got a lot of big body receivers. We do not have many guys that can break tackles and juke somebody and be elusive in the open field. Like I seen some plays yesterday where a guy threw a screen, a guy broke like two tackles and juked the guy and got a touchdown. I haven't seen that
Mm-hmm.
from Carolina in like the last 2 years with these big body guys, man. We don't have enough of like those quick twitch guys that we need, bro. Like I like this big guys, but when he say, "Do we lack the pure talent?" I don't think we lack the pure talent. We just don't have certain guys that fit certain body builds and body type. We got all the same type of receivers like to be real. We got a bunch of 6'5" guys that run like a 4'6".
Yeah.
We don't have like one of those quick. And I done heard some people like, well, you don't need those type of guys. Like you don't necessarily need those. You don't need fast guys. You, you don't, but I
Yeah.
think you
Hey,
need
Ronnie.
different body types and different speeds.
Hey, Ronnie, I see you backstage. As soon as somebody drop off, I'm gonna bring you up, my guy. But I want to let you know I
I
see you
got you in a
back
minute,
there.
honey. I would ask one more question though.
All right. Go ahead,
Do
Rashad.
y'all do y'all before I go? Do y'all think you can fairly judge Jonathan Brooks based off what y'all seen from the interior lineman last game? Because me honestly, I don't think you can like judge
No.
him specifically
I
or hell anybody else
yeah,
based off what that
yes,
offensive guard did.
yesterday, yeah. In my opinion, Saturday wasn't even a judgment day for Jonathan Brooks. My whole thing, I just want to see him exit the game healthy. That's all I wanted to see from Jonathan Brooks. I wanted to
Yeah.
see him leave the game healthy, have a good recovery time the next day, and get ready for Jacksonville. That's what I wanted to see from Jonathan Brooks. All
I say
right.
the same
Yeah.
thing.
Hey, okay, hell yeah, okay. Hey, that's all I want. Hey,
Okay.
Ronnie, don't get them too hard, Ronnie, because I know you about to get on somebody's ass. Hey, I'm listening though. I'm in the comments, bro.
Hey, go ahead. Go ahead. Hey, go ahead, Will. Answer that question that Reality Beats just posed to us.
So Reality Beats is talking about um lack of pure talent means we can't play football. All right. So the team on the other side get paid too. If you go out there and for and I'm just using it as an example since he pointed out the quarterback. I'm almost willing to bet in a real game, if Chandler Zavala was getting beat like that, they was going to do some naked bootlegs. They was going to move that pocket. They were going to do other things to mask and help the offensive line allow for plays to develop downfield, to extend the run plays, and all those other things. They wouldn't just run up the middle. I truly believe that they were trying to evaluate depth. I wish they just we got. I just got myself too. I got my expectations too high. So if you're saying not to evaluate who's under center, hand the ball off and he gets stopped 2 yards in the backfield. That's not on the quarterback. I mean, I don't. It's not always about the quarterback. I know that we believe that if Lamar Jackson was back there, Lamar Jackson hand the ball off, it's going to be a 4-yard gain. That's not reality. I just throwing that out there. So,
all right, Ronnie, what's going on, my brother? Ronnie, you there?
Ronnie phone probably like mine. It takes a while for StreamYard to catch up and get everything going.
Yeah, it had a little delay. It has a little delay in it. Good morning, fellas. How we doing?
Okay. What's going on, man? What's happening? Talk to me. What you think about this question that
I hear Will, but I don't hear you, Tony. I'm having a little trouble. I'm gonna come back in. I'm gonna go out and come back in and see what I get.
All right. That's cool. So while we're waiting on Ryan to come back in, let me ask you guys a question. When you look at those 3 empty drives, what do you believe it broke down for Carolina? Was it pre-snap, protection, the play call, or the QB? Will you go first?
So you said that the 3 were what again?
I said when you look at those 3 empty drives, the 3 and outs, what do you believe it broke down for Carolina? Was it the pre-snap, protection, the play call, or the QB?
I think it was protection and play call.
Okay. Why?
Those I think were the 2 main points here. And based off what Poppin explained, maybe the play calls were that way so they could evaluate the depth at guard. So, and of course that's I'm speculating, but that's my thoughts.
Okay. Poppin, what you think, Poppin? We done saw you on camera now. Don't try to hide now.
Oh no, I ain't hiding. I done been on this camera so many times.
Yeah. You want me to read the question again?
No, I because I think it's all of them. That's my problem.
Okay.
I can't just pick one. I think it was all of them. Those first 3 drives was on everybody. Some people are worse than others. Some people didn't step up. And I know it's sensitive for me to talk about Bryce, but that's not my whole conversation, But everybody looked.
Hey, give your opinion, brother. Give your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, it was everything, anything and everything you can think of. It all looked bad. It did. The play caller, the protection, the quarterback, the pre-snap, all of it was bad.
Got you.
Everybody get shot.
Hey, Ronnie, what's going on? Can you hear us now? Can you hear me?
Yeah, now? I got you, Tony. What's going on, fellas? Poppin', I ain't forget about you, Poppin'. Before you start, I know you're gonna start, Poppin'.
Hold on, time out. Hold on. Because I didn't say nothing, but he brought it up. So if you allow me,
Go ahead, Pop.
Am I supposed to believe that?
What?
You are supposed to
What
believe
y'all
that,
hold
man.
on, ho. What y'all talking about?
I owe Poppin $100 bet. It's been since last season. I ain't paid Poppin, but I got him in mind, bro. I've been going through a lot, Poppin. So
I
just,
get it, but
just believe me when I say that, Poppin.
we made this bet before the year started last season.
I'm still in the graveyard with Poppin right quick. I got to come back alive with Poppin.
Y'all figure that out another time. Let's deal with the question at hand.
Let's get
so
to
Ronnie,
it, Tom. Yeah.
When you look at those 3 empty drives, where do you believe the breakdown for Carolina happened? Do you think it was the pre-snap, the protection, the play call, or the QB?
I don't think it was either of those, Tony.
Wow.
Now it's a word that I'm trying to figure out to use. When you have different components that have different jobs, but they have to play in sequence. What is that called?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what is that usually called? When you have to play together as one unit, regardless of the jobs that you may have on the field. What is that called?
It's called team.
Well, it's a team.
Teamwork.
But you have to play in alignment. If somebody is not aligned, just like the offensive line, they say continuity. That's the word I'm looking for.
Right. Continuity.
Okay. So this is a preseason game, correct? Where the coaches are trying to identify what parts play well together. Now, Tony, tell me, are you going to be able to identify that in regular season, or would you like to identify that there before regular season?
Identify where the problem is? Is that what you're asking me?
No, what components of this unit, which is the team, that means the individuals that have been assigned to a certain position, how well do they play with their other counterparts? And with the schematic system, you identify based on a mismatch or based on the strength of your unit where they should be placed in what specific time based on who they're playing. So if
you want to find that out in the preseason, not the regular season. You want to have the answer before the regular season start, hopefully.
So I say this. Why I say it's neither of those, because there's no continuity with those players, only in practice when they're playing against each other. Buffalo finished in the top 12. I say top 12 in the NFL in total defense. They're not a slouch defense. And other than them having a different defensive coordinator, that's the only thing that has changed. Similar to our offensive coordinator coming in and creating a different, I guess you could say, not scheme, but his variation of how he wants to display the offense is different than how Canales. The pitch count, everything is different. So if there's no continuity within the offense before regular season during a live game, why do you expect everything to flow as though they playing in the regular season? And under my understanding, preseason is an opportunity for you to actually see what you have drafted up in the practice. Similar to a rough draft that you write prior to finishing an essay. You have a teacher that writes all kind of red marks on your paper, disrespects your paper entirely, that you put all this effort into writing you thought was so great. Then the teacher comes in and marks it up like this wrong, incomplete sentence, da-da-da-da. That's what preseason is for. Preseason is an opportunity for you to actually, and it's not for the fans. That's why I say preseason is not for the fans, because it's an opportunity for the coaches and the players to see what they actually have prior to the regular season, because they're going to make adjustments. They got 3 more now. Everybody that plays preseason doesn't make the team, but you know who does make the team? The first unit. You know who they're actually trying to identify who works well with the first unit? The 2s and 3s that they're evaluating, as well as what scheme works well. So I don't feel like it's something wrong with the quarterback. I don't feel like it's something wrong with the play calling. And what was the other option you ran? You ran 3 separate options, Tony.
The pre-snap.
the pre-snap. The pre-snap,
or the
not,
QB.
I just don't agree with it. I don't feel like it's either of those three. I just feel like we're not allowing. We want to see a finished product in preseason. How ridiculous does that sound? How ridiculous does that sound to expect a finished product in preseason when you got a 17 game season? And then
Right.
say that we need to just throw it all away. We don't have talent here. We don't have these guys made it to the NFL. They're not, no player is trash. I understand fans want to say he's trash, they trash because they couldn't do something to the expectation of the fan. But no player is trash that gets to the NFL. Players are put in position to either succeed or fail. If the finished product provides the success, the player is looked at as being great or a possibility of being a Hall of Fame or whatever, or put in a position to win. If the opportunity does not go well, then they looked at as trash. I don't. It seems like there's no gray area with the fan, with some fans. So that's just my opinion, Tony. You know,
Okay.
allow y'all to
Can I make
elaborate
a
on.
comment on that?
Go ahead, Poppy.
So I do agree with a lot of things that you said, Ronnie. I truly do. But it just, I'm gonna tell you what the problem is when you seen continuity. That's the word we're gonna use.
Right.
Last week with backups, who gets less snaps or less opportunity, and they go out there and perform, and then you have starters go out there this week, and that's how they perform. It raises red flags to a lot of people. It just
That's true.
does. I mean, it doesn't matter because you got to understand, everybody's not going to get the same amount of time. Right? So when we see that and we seeing the flow of the offense, now we can't say this vanilla this week was bad, but the vanilla last week wasn't wasn't good. If it was vanilla last week,
No,
it's
it wasn't
vanilla this
vanilla
week.
last week, though. It wasn't vanilla last week.
That was
No, it
what?
wasn't. No, it wasn't.
Oh, so we were calling our actual like our real good players
No,
last
no.
week.
What I'm saying is they moved the pocket. They moved the pocket. They leaked out tight end. They did a tight end leak. They was calling in. It was different. There was
So
There,
I
there was
I, I
there
don't I
there
don't
I'm
there was a there was a major difference in the play calling from Saturday to Thursday night, whether anybody want to
well,
believe it
I'm
or
trying not to
not.
speculate, Tony, because
There there there
that's gonna make me say some other stuff I
Well,
ain't gonna say. So
is not speculating. If you watch the game, which I know you did, and I'm not saying you have to see the game like I see it, because we're not going to see the game the same way. But when you look at the play calling, the plays that were called, you can definitely see a difference in Thursday night Hall of Fame game as opposed to Saturday. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying who's the fault, who's to blame, vanilla or non-vanilla. All I'm saying is there was a difference in the play calling from Thursday Hall of Fame game to Saturday against Buffalo. Hold on one second, Papa. You can finish. Shout out to Panthers for Life. 9 for the $5 super chat. He said, asking Poppin, did he see any blitzing last week? Buffalo was blitzing and getting after it more than Arizona. Go ahead, finish your thought, Papa, and then you can answer that question. Hey, appreciate you, Panthers for Life, for the $5 super chat. Go ahead, Papa.
so yeah, I lost track of mine. What I was saying. All I know is guys don't get the same amount of opportunity. You got to take advantage of whatever you get. The guys that we saw out there are
Mm-hmm.
they're starters. So if they say like Thomas Davis said, oh, a lot of these guys know they're making a team, they don't really care. Well, okay, cool. If that's what they're doing, then I don't really want you on the team. I'll be honest with you. It don't matter what position that you play. You know what I mean? I want to see the
Gotcha.
effort. I want to see the leadership. Period. And Panther 84. I mean Panther for life. I believe I've seen a few blitzes, but at the same time, when you have a master of the offense that's something you got to adjust to. This is year 4. I appreciate your question.
Hey, can I respond a little bit to the play calling thing, Tony?
Go ahead, Will.
So this goes back to what they were trying to fairly evaluate. So if I were to kind of just look over this, do they need to evaluate if Bryce Young can motion a tight end to leak out? Well, they know he can do that. But did they know if Haynes King could do that with live game bullets? They didn't know that. I think Haynes King checked that
You
block.
got a fair point.
Did Haynes King check that block? Now, going back to Poppin's point, I'm going to put these 2 guards on the field. You need to beat the man in front of you. Can you beat him? Yes or no? Check the block. We know that Bob Hunt and Damien Lewis can beat him consistently. Can you, if we need you to come in for some snaps, can you do it? Yes or no? So to somebody's point, they said preseason is to evaluate the roster. I get it. I'm just disappointed in the results that I saw on the field.
Well, will I say this? Are you evaluating the ones the same way you evaluating the 2s and 3s?
No, you're not.
You're
not.
And the things that you need to see from the ones, you don't need to see that from the 2s and 3s because they're not evaluating them the same way. So when people say that, I say when the preseason is not for the fans, yes, it's an invitation for the fans to actually see what we have evolved from practice to game day. But that's not a valuable way to evaluate what the season is going to look like based on how many series? 9 series. And then they try to compare Haynes King production and how many quarters did he play in the Hall of Fame game? You trying to compare Bryce executing 9 plays to Haynes King. I just don't get. I swear to God, I do not get it. I like, man, come on. Like, you gotta be smart. You have to be able to identify the amount of substance you're actually asking to take in to determine how valuable Bryce's play is to Haynes King. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I'll never get this.
We don't want to do that.
Hold that thought right there, guys. Hey, shout out to SC Panther Boy for his member for 24 months, a part of the Carolina Armchair GM CJ. I forgot what he called that club. But shout out to SC Panther Boy for his 24 months of membership. I know CJ greatly appreciate that. Listen, we've been in here like an hour and 20 minutes now. If you're enjoying the conversation, enjoying the debate, the vibes, the energy that the Morning Kickoff is bringing to you on this magnificent Monday, all right, show love to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I'm going to put a widget up in the top right. You can scan that, support the show. It takes you to my PayPal. There's also a pinned comment in the YouTube chat. If you're watching through Carolina Armchair GM CJ, you probably won't be able to see it. I'm not sure, but it is in my YouTube chat pinned at the top. Okay, I would greatly appreciate if you do that. I also will drop it in the comment section real quick. All right. On StreamYard. Sorry about that.
I just want to say, I seen.
Go ahead, Poppy.
I seen Charlie the Gamer. I seen Charlie the Gamer in here. Charlie, I would drop if you're available to pull up just to speak some of that positivity that you always bring and you pull up on channels. If you're available, man, put it in the chat, man. I'll drop. I want to listen to what you got to say and hear your assessment.
Yeah, Charlie the Gamer, pull up. Pull up, my guy. Go ahead. I think Ronnie, were you still talking?
Well, I was, but I think Will. I think
go
Will.
Ahead, Ronnie.
Will. Well, I'll say this, man. Like, I'm not in no way saying that what we saw from the first unit was acceptable, and we should take what we saw and just throw it out the window. I think the coaching staff, I think Bryce, and I think the players too, they take accountability for the product they put on the field, or it's not finished in no way because it's preseason.
Right.
But at the end of the day, they understand what their responsibilities are and also what they should be producing, regardless if it's preseason or if it's regular season. But I'm going to say that the fans need to have a considerably amount of optimism from what you see in preseason to what you see in the regular season. If you're not optimistic, you don't even need to watch preseason. You need to just stick to the regular season, and whatever the product is that you get on the regular season determine if Bryce is going to still be here to see what year 5 and 6 is going to look like. I'm not saying they're going to get rid of Bryce. I think they're going to have to bring in competition to beat him out anyway, if that's the conversation we want to have about if Bryce is going to be here. And then you have to ask yourself, is Bryce going to get beat out by any competition they bring in here? Because I don't think so. I think he's too good off the field to even get beat in the classroom or off the field. I don't. Only way that they're going to move someone in to take Bryce's spot is during game day. That's the only way.
That ain't even a question that we're gonna even entertain or even have today, because that's
I dig it.
that's not. Yeah. We'll tackle that when that day comes.
For
But
sure.
yeah, Poppin' Charlie, the game is in the back, waiting to come up on the panel, sir.
Yes,
If you want
sir.
to drop off and let Charlie the
I
gamer
will.
come aboard, we'll greatly appreciate that.
I appreciate it. Charlie, go ahead. Go get him, sir.
All right. Coming to the stage, Haynes King, #1 fan, my boy Charlie the Gamer. What's happening, player?
Man, what's good, E-Tone? What's good, E-Panel? And in chat, man.
Man,
Good everybody.
can't
Good
call it.
morning so far.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah. Man, and hey, Poppin', if you listening, please don't hesitate to come back up here because I only got like 5 minutes, man. I've been slacking already. I ain't off to the most blazing start this Monday. I don't got that much time, so. Look, man,
Yeah.
I'm not here to. I'm really not the type of fan. Like, I don't know how people don't understand this. There must not just be that many people like me, but I don't get no joy from seeing Bryce and the first offense go out there struggling, doing shit that I knew that was going to do from seeing them in the past. Why would I expect anything different? Wow. I mean, we're missing two offensive linemen that we expect to play. Do we not think disaster is going to strike at some point during the season when the offensive line configuration changes in some big way? Because it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ready? It's going to happen. Y'all expect the offense to not move when that happens? If so, then don't be too mad. Don't be too mad at people saying we getting four wins. Because that's still bogus. But I mean, can you blame me?
I'm not mad at anybody for voicing their opinion. I don't care if somebody said we're gonna get 2 wins. Hey, that's your opinion. That people voicing their opinions don't shake or move me one way or another.
I know.
I really don't.
No
I don't
optimism.
get moved by it.
I don't know. No optimism.
Hold on. Because one thing that I've always said, especially on this show here, everybody's opinion is welcome. If you feel like we only gonna go 2-15 or 4-13, that is your opinion. State it and let that be that. I ain't got no problem with that.
I would like to hear some details as of why you think we're gonna dip down to be that bad. I don't understand that.
Right.
I get the schedule a little tough.
You know, there are some people that have said it, and listen, I don't knock people for their opinion unless you start telling lies or saying some outlandish that you and I both know ain't true.
Guys dropped. I'm not hearing everybody. Let me come back in.
Nigga, Ronnie, you don't hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, but I don't hear Will and I don't hear Tony anymore.
Oh, you don't hear the main guys? Yeah, go ahead and get the fuck out of here, man.
Hey, chill.
I get you.
Chill out, Charlie. Chill out. Go ahead,
I ain't got
Charlie.
no patience for niggas like Ronnie and Driver, man.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, bro, that's it. I look forward to seeing them do it again with maybe Rob Hunt and Damien Lewis out there. I got to see it again because we know they can move downfield. I think what we saw was the absolute floor with Bryce in the ones out there.
Mm-hmm.
But that made me wonder, what did we see with Haynes King and his 2s and 3s and 4s out there? Did we see, was that his floor? Was that his baseline or what? Was that his peak?
Who, Haynes King?
Yeah.
Shit, I don't know, Charlie. That was our first time ever seeing Haynes King.
No, that's my only point. That's my only point. We don't know.
Okay, so are you trying to have a Haynes King conversation? Is this where it's going?
Man, I'm sorry.
That's the reason why Poppin brought him up here.
That's why he did.
Hold on, Will. Hold on, but go ahead, Charlie. State what you're trying to say.
Man, I just want to see Haynes. I'm waiting patiently. I'm not trying to rush it. I'm just waiting patiently for Haynes to get one more chance. I know what's going to happen with this last game. And I want to know what type of questions fans could possibly have when they see it again. And they can put it up against what Bryce is showing us. Granted, it's the preseason. I know it don't count. It don't count one way or the other. But I mean, it has to mean something.
No, it absolutely means something. Hey, like I said before, Charlie, and this is my opinion. Again, I'm stating it again. I know you heard me say this before because you came on right after that game, and I said it then. I say it again now. Haynes King played an exceptional Hall of Fame game, no doubt about it. He exceeded my expectations. I knew what he looked like while at Georgia Tech. My main thing that has always been a concern with Haynes King was his throwing mechanics and could he throw on the NFL level. He showed me some things in that game that showed me that he has been working on those mechanics and things like that. I talked about how he squared his chest and shoulders to the line of scrimmage and released the ball. That was very valuable for him. So I've given him his praise when it comes to that. I don't know what anybody else or what no more anybody want me to say about it, but like I do all the time when it comes to any player, I put things in its proper context. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like Haynes King did what he did ones against ones or twos against twos. I mean, pretty much it was like threes, twos, threes, and on, hold on, Will, and on down. So that's me putting it in this proper context. I've already said I would love for him to make the team and him to continue his development with the Panthers. I've said that. So I'm not down on Haynes King, but I'm not gonna sit here and crown him and say, oh yeah, he already done made he's QB2 now, or he should be QB1. No, I'm not going to do that. So if I'm not going to do that, does that make me a hater of Haynes King, regardless of everything else I've already said about him? That's what I want to know. You tell me,
not.
Charlie.
No, it don't. It don't. I don't think there's any Haynes Kings haters out there yet. Like I need niggas to stay nice with it. Like I saw a thumbnail that didn't look very kind, didn't look very nice, and it painted Haynes King in a negative light. I didn't like that shit. I said, man, they put some negative, some cursed ass energy on my nigga King. I don't like that shit.
Right.
But
well, I didn't
King haters.
I didn't give him any negative energy whatsoever. Like I said, how I feel about Haynes King and what I said about him is on the record. People can pull it up, look at it, whatever they want to do. But there's nothing about Haynes King that has come out my mouth about him.
I will say this, if you allow me, Tony. The one constructive thing I can say, I can recognize that's outside of the quarterback position on offense.
Okay.
Yeah, we all knew this too. We some pretty. I think as a fan base, we got some pretty knowledgeable people. We seem to be at a consensus knowing that Zavala sucks. He trash. He got to go. He's not. I mean, he's the worst case scenario as far as depth goes. If somebody go down or somebody needs to be rotated out for Zavala, that has to be like a real point of contention in Bryce or any quarterback's mind. Like, okay, Zavala is right there. I need to kind of pay special attention with how traffic is moving through this gap. Where's Zavala at? You know, and that's a problem. You don't want to be
so
like that.
since you brought that up, Charlie, and I'm just gonna ask you a quick question, and it doesn't. Let's just take the name off the quarterback Saturday, right? Let's say Haynes King was playing Saturday, right? With the pressure that we was getting on passing downs, not able to create holes in the running game on running downs, what do you honestly believe Haynes King would have done with those 9 possessions those 9 plays, that same thing that Bryce had Saturday?
Tony, I honestly believe he would have got some productive output out of that. He would have made the defense flinch. And I'm telling you, made the defense flinch one time, you get the traffic moving a little bit different. That buys you an extra second in or outside the pocket, and something positive will happen. I guarantee it. I guarantee he got more poise and better movement in the pocket.
Okay,
he does.
So if you were to look at the game honestly, those 3 drives, do you honestly remember seeing anywhere where a quarterback can step up? I tell you what, there was one play. I was hoping that Bryce would tuck it and run it. He held on to the ball too long, and he got sacked.
Mm-hmm.
There was
He'll go in the wrong direction.
One play that I saw. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Bryce will make kind of awkward movements in the pocket. He might go in the wrong direction, or he doesn't see the pressure coming up on him. There was one play where he just stepped up the wrong way. He went the wrong way into the pressure and like sacked himself. Like, bro, what the fuck is that?
Hey, so Tony, can I just say something real quick?
Go ahead, Will.
I believe that Haynes King will continue to develop and will grow. It is nasty work to think in 2.5 quarters of NFL football against 3s and 4s.
Against the Cardinals defense on top of
Hold on, Zip. Go ahead, Will.
Against 3s and 4s, that you can make a definitive statement against a defense that came out there and the way they were playing at 100%. They were playing like they had a full, you could tell they was amped up. The preseason game was sold out. The Buffalo preseason game was sold out.
Yeah.
For us to say Haynes King would have done better, with a definitive statement is being disingenuous.
Now, Will, allow me to ask you a question.
Crazy. It's just crazy for me. It's just crazy for me.
Hold on.
Tony,
hold on one quick. Let me bring Zip in real quick. What's going on, Zip?
What's going on, Tony? What's going on, man?
What's good, Zip?
Man, I can't call it. Just trying to make it through this moody Monday. You know, in Panther Nation. Hey, but real quick, Zip, before you go ahead, Charlie, and get your question.
Yeah, just super quick. Will, now this is when I ask you, it ain't nothing negative to it, but I'm just trying to see something. You say it's kind of crazy for me to make a definitive statement like Haynes King would have done better in this game, or Haynes King would have done better in that situation. Now, when Andy Dalton went against the Bills in that regular season game last season, I don't know if you were one of the ones. That's why I'm asking. But were you familiar with some people that might have said Bryce Young would have done a lot better in that game against the Bills than Andy Dalton?
Okay, so I was at that game. And I rewatched that game like 5 times. I think Andy Dalton's performance in that game is the reason why he's not on this roster right now. I believe
you can add as much context as you like, but eventually you got to answer my question.
No. What I'm saying to you is, based off of all of the NFL regular season snaps that Bryce Young has had, you can make an assessment based off of that. Haynes King played 2.5 quarters of NFL football in the preseason against 3s and 4s.
You still ain't answering my question, Will.
I did answer your question. And so I'm going to answer your question again. I believe that the results of that game would have been different if Bryce was under center against the Buffalo Bills last season.
Different is a little bit too open-ended for me, Will. It's a
No,
little
yes,
bit too
it would have.
open-ended for me. Can you be more
I can't. I
definitive?
can't. Yes, he would.
Well,
He would have.
Well, hold on, Will. Hold on 1 second, Will. What is it exactly that you want him to say, Charlie?
No, I just want him to be more definitive with that. The outcome would have been different. I mean, this shit could have been a lot worse then, right? Yeah, like, how am I supposed to take that?
Yeah. Well, let me, because I see that question can lead to something totally different. Talking about a game last year. Let's just stick with the game that happened Saturday, because whether Bryce would have gotten that game against Buffalo and what the outcome would have been, it doesn't even matter right now. Let's stick to what we're talking about.
Yeah, Omar makes a good point
Saturday.
in the chat too. All right.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. But look, Tony, you're gonna be. I thank God for you, man. I might have to drop something in a super chat or something, but I'm gonna have you on in the background while I get through this work. At least these first few hours. Yeah, it should be smooth. Make it till noon. It'll be a good day. So, real good. Yeah. Appreciate you, Tom. Appreciate you, Will. Everybody up here on the panel.
Appreciate you too, my guy.
Hey, take care. Have a good morning. Have a good morning.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Peace.
Zip, hold on. Hey, Ronnie, hold on 1 second. Let me bring up Pewter, because he was in backstage before you. But Zip, talk to me, dog. What's going on?
Man, really, I was enjoying the conversation, Tony, till I heard the name Haynes King brought up. And I just thought I'd come up here and say my piece. Unfortunately, Charlie hauled ass before he can, hear face to face what I had to say. But my thing is, what I saw in the last preseason game that we played against the Bills was I saw a hungry defense from the 1s to the 2s to the 3s. When we talk about Haynes King and his performance, we can't take anything away from what he did against the Cardinals. He had a great game. But if we're being completely honest, across the board, the Bills is a much better football team. And I just don't understand. I just don't understand the anything outside of saying Haynes King had a good performance in the Hall of Fame game. I don't understand why people keep wanting to insert him into something that at this point in Carolina with the Carolina Panthers has absolutely nothing to do with Haynes King. We're still in the process of evaluating Bryce Young and, in the process of looking at whether this contract is worthy or how much to pay him in particular. And people keep wanting to talk about Haynes King. I just don't understand it.
Okay. Shout on real quick. Shout out to Reality Beats 11 for the $9.99 super chat. He said, Will, you talk about handing the ball off and only picking up 2 yards. When Bryce handed the ball off, it was no pizzazz in it. You could see it from a mile away. He put no effort in a simple handoff. I think he was talking directly to you, Will. Would you like to respond? And Reality Beats, I appreciate the $9.99 super chat, my guy. Yeah. Go ahead, Will. Go ahead and respond.
So let me get this straight. Bryce Young was supposed to back up and do a dance or pirouette, or was he using a bayonet? I don't understand this. That right there goes to show that people who do not like BY9, at least if I'm reading this correctly, believes that him handing the ball off frustrates them. Him going under center, handing the ball off, that frustrates them. That's crazy work. I mean, to literally, I'm just being Tony. To believe that handing the ball off with more vigor is going to stop the offensive line. I mean, the offensive line will get pushed, and they're going to get 2 yards and not hit Jonathan Brooks 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. How has that got anything to do with Bryce Young handing the ball off to Jonathan Brooks? How? It doesn't make sense. I mean, I'm sorry. That one right there,
Hey,
like, boom, blew my mind. Sorry.
I'm just here to pass the message on, man. Hey, Reality Beats, again, man, I definitely appreciate your $9.99 super chat, my guy. You always supporting the channel and
Yeah,
looking
thanks.
out. Hey, I appreciate it. Hold on, I appreciate if you guys would scan the QR code at the top right and support the channel, man. If you're enjoying the conversation this morning, enjoying the energy and debate, hey, scan the QR code at the top right, support the show. Make a small donation. I would greatly appreciate it. It definitely goes back into the channel, so I continue to bring you guys good content Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. Eastern time. There's also a pinned comment in my YouTube chat at the top. You can click that. It will take you to my PayPal. You don't have to have PayPal. Just open the link, pull out your trusted debit card, make a little small donation, and let me know when you do so I can properly shout you out on the channels, because I'm not trying to give nobody government name out. I won't do that. But yeah, definitely appreciate you guys if you would support the channel. All right. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, that's the wrong one. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, if you're currently watching through Carolina Armchair GM CJ channel, open up another browser on your desktop, laptop, tablet, or your phone. Go to youtube.com/@UO Sports Talk. All right. Turn the post notification bell, select all, that way you'll be made aware when I do go live every Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there's also a shortcut to it as well. I'm going to post a link in the chat. You can click on the avatar of UO Sports Talk, and it will take you directly to the channel, and you can subscribe that way. All right, I greatly appreciate it. Pewter, what's going on?
What's up? What's up, guys? What's up, fellas? I just wanted
Man,
to speak on a little bit about this. I hear how you guys are going on with the Haynes and the we kind of not really having the same discussion, but there's whispers of the same thing with Jaelan Daniels and over there with the Bucks. Remember what I was telling you that how people are kind of looking at him. But I wanted to speak about the preseason because there's not a lot of people have the debate about how much does a preseason matter. When you look at the quarterback position, right? I think there's a lot more than you can evaluate when it comes to the quarterback position in preseason. You're pretty much asked to, run the system to the basic form as far as, there's not much going on like in a regular season where you're pretty much just like, okay, this is the route scheme against cover two. What's your answer? This is the route scheme versus cover three that they're showing you in preseason games. What's your answer? Can you sustain a drive? You're looking at a lot more at physical attributes, right? Like your throws. What kind of throws can you make? How do you look in the pocket when it breaks down, and all these little things that when you get into the regular season, the schemes be a lot more hidden and a lot more. They're playing this, but they're actually playing this, and it's a lot harder. Even like for Tyler Shug for the Saints, like I tell them all the time, like they don't even have a whole season on them yet. Like there's they still got to get a whole season and then come back with okay, he likes to do this. Let's take this away from him that he likes to do. Let's see if he can survive now. Like they still haven't even gotten that far with Tyler Shug. So there's still a lot of answers to be answered with King. The other side of the coin is the test that he was given in preseason. He kind of passed with flying colors. He did a really good job running the offense. Here's the part that I feel that a lot of those people, I don't know if you guys want to call them Bryce haters, or just some of them are not Bryce haters. They're just they just evaluating the guy. That they're really holding on to is, and I've heard people that support Bryce say this as well. The offense looked different. The offense looked a lot more active. It looked a lot more, I don't want to say explosive, but it looked a lot more fluid. I heard someone that was a Bryce supporter say that it's not fair that they opened up the playbook for him. Like they don't really open up the playbook for Bryce like that. And in my mind, when I heard that, I'm like, well, that's not true. I don't think that's a situation, because I think that's just the quarterback. If you look at Dave Canellis's system, people say that it's different than what he ran with Tampa Bay, and it's not. I think Baker just ran it a lot more better than how Bryce is running it, and it kind of looked more similar with King. The way he was running it was more similar to Baker. So I think that's the part that a lot of these people are like, oh, like throw away Bryce. Let's try with King. There is, like I said, there is a whole nother side of the NFL that King hasn't even tasted yet, that he might not even be able to survive the way Bryce is able to survive. But if he is, the offense does look a little bit different. It kind of reminds me of the difference of when Jimmy Garoppolo was with Kyle Shanahan, and when you saw Brock Purdy come in, and it kind of looked like, oh, he trusts Brock, like Kyle Shanahan trusts Brock Purdy a little bit more. It looks a little bit more explosive, looks a little bit more fluent. And it kind of reminded me of that. Now, again, I'm not saying that he's better than Bryce, but that is something that you guys can't deny. You know what I'm saying? That the offense did look a little more smoother for sure with King Hayes. That's all I pretty much wanted to say.
Okay.
Can I say something to that real quick, Tony?
Yeah, Zip, what you got? I was coming to you.
Well, I think you made a great assessment, my guy. I don't know you too well, but I think you made a great assessment. The only thing I'll say is, and I think people need to put more context into this, is that and I just said this, the Cardinals are not as good a football team as the Buffalo Bills. I'm sorry. And then on top of that, when you look at the circumstances surrounding the game, the Buffalo Bills were unveiling a new stadium. I think they felt personally across the whole organization for them to put on a good performance the first time them playing in their stadium. You know what I'm saying? So it's more new. And you're very correct. You are very correct when you say that there's a heavy evaluation on the quarterback, especially in the preseason, especially in the situation we're in where we got a new play caller. Yes, the head coach and the offensive coordinator in particular, they're going to want to see how the quarterback executes this offense. But like I say, going Hall of Fame for one, that was an extra game for two teams. You know what I'm saying? I don't think anybody really, that was a game where I feel like, not Bryce, but Dave Canales and Brad Ezek was just like out there like, hey, whatever we put on the field, y'all go out there and just do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you a play call and you execute it. But another thing that I want people to understand is when you have we spent a lot of money on our guards, to protect Bryce, and they both were out. Now, when you have a circumstance like against the Bills, where they're unveiling a new stadium, they're obviously a better team than the Cardinals, and you're missing your two key players. Honestly, if you think about it, that offensive line as a whole, it was not a lot of continuity as a whole. We got Rasheed Walker out there. We got a rookie on the right side. We're missing two guards. The center, Luke Fortner, didn't play here last year either. So when you're going against a Bills defense and you're having that many players missing on your offensive line, I don't think Haynes King would have looked good back there either. I'm gonna be honest with you, and that's not me having anything towards Haynes King. I just think that those circumstances would have made for a struggle for him as well.
Right.
Yeah, if I could respond to that.
Hold on 1 second, Will. Go ahead, Peter, and respond.
Okay, so the only thing I really disagree with is the whole like Buffalo Bills had more to play for than the Cardinals or whatever. They're all grown men. They're all fighting for jobs and trying to make a living for their family. They're all fighting. They're all trying their hardest. I truly believe. But I do agree with you. For two things. One, the situation could have been worse for Bryce as far as like the O-line situation, right? Like King could have looked just as bad as Bryce if he was in that situation where the O-line was kind of giving up the pressure. That could definitely
Hmm.
be true. That's one. And two,
Hmm.
the fact that Bryce might be playing better competition, right? So
Hmm.
King might not have looked as easy. It wouldn't have looked as easy if the windows were just a little bit smaller, or the reaction times of the corners or linebackers were a little bit faster. So things like
Hmm.
that could definitely play a significant role as far as, oh, King looked good here, but now if he goes against first stringers, he won't look as good. That's definitely a possibility. But what I
Hmm.
would say is still what people are going to compare the most is there's a lot more unknown with King, and there's a lot less unknown with Bryce as far as the what you would consider his ceiling. Now, not to say that we know what his ceiling is, but because there's a lot less answers for Bryce, we kind of feel like you know where the ceiling's at. And with King, you don't really know where that ceiling's at. And if you've seen the best of Bryce with the best of your team, like when your O line is good, when your wide receivers are getting open and everybody's clicking on all cylinders, and you know what Bryce is doing at his ceiling, it's hard for people not to look at King and say, well, dang, there's so much more questions about King that we don't even know what his ceiling is. He already looks like that. What if we entered to give him a starting O line and gave him starting receivers, and like how would how much would his level rise? You know what I'm saying? So I see what I definitely see what you're saying, and I just see what the other people are saying too. And I'm just me, I'm always trying to show both sides of the coin, and that's all I always come on these podcasts to do, just to show at both sides basically. But I hear what
I
you're saying as well.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
appreciate it, Pewter.
Yeah.
Hey, Pewter. Let me drop you off for a second, cause I got like
No
two other
problem. No
people that's
problem.
trying to get
Thank you
up.
for having me on.
So
Okay.
I appreciate it, my guy. Go ahead, Will.
Hey, so real quick, so a couple of things. Two, Pewter alluded to, we've seen Bryce ceiling. We haven't.
No.
And that's coming from the executive part of the Carolina Panthers. So y'all can debate whether you think you've seen it or not. They've said they haven't seen it. That would be on them.
Mm-hmm.
Two, then he said, oh, well, Haynes King, they opened up the playbook for him. They didn't open up for Bryce, and we don't know what Bryce could do if they open up the playbook. Two things. Number one, every single play that Haynes King has ran and leaked out the backfield and tight end screens and shifts and all that stuff, that's all been done by Bryce Young in the dang gone regular season against the other team's ones. We've already seen that. Bryce can do that. Bryce can do that. So don't make it seem like Bryce Young is playing Pop Warner football. The playbook becomes Pop Warner football because Bryce Young is on the field. That is not the case. What I'm thinking now that I've heard everybody kind of talk, I tend to agree with I don't know who said it. There was like Haynes King. They wanted to see if he could run the playbook, and he did well against the Cardinals. Bryce Young doesn't have to prove that he knows their playbook. They already know that. Bryce Young doesn't have to prove that he can make that throw. They already know that. All of that evaluation has been done. So just because there are people who are in the fan base that are still evaluating Bryce or don't think that Bryce can do it, or Bryce need to prove something to them, that is a separate conversation than what the Panthers are organizing themselves, preparing themselves for week one against. So I just wanted to make sure that I kind of put that out there.
And one more thing I wanted to say to what Peter said, because when he first started, he said, I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was something along the lines of um he said something about the Buffalo Bills. All I was saying, Peter, was that there's a difference in talent level from the Buffalo Bills defense to the Cardinals defense. That's the illusion I was trying to make. I think you took it a little different because your response told me that. But yeah, there's a big difference in the Buffalo Bills defense to the Cardinals, and I think Haynes King would have saw that. I'm not saying he wouldn't have had a decent performance as well, but I just don't think that he would have looked astronomically better than the 3 quarterbacks that we put on the field Saturday. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, well, Tony might be busy right now. Good morning, fellas. I hope y'all are doing well, man.
What up, Red? What up, Red?
What's good?
My bad, fellas. I had a phone call. Red Swan, what's going on, my guy?
Man, I'm doing good. Greet, Will, Zip. I hope y'all are doing good this morning, man.
Yeah, Red.
Hey, hold on.
Say,
Yeah.
Hold on, Red. Before you go ahead, Zip, and say what you want to say, because I got like 2 other people that's trying to get on.
Okay. No, I just wanted to tell Red, good to hear his voice this morning, because last time we heard him, he said he had some personal stuff going on and he was going to, be in the shadows a little bit. So just good to hear your voice this morning, brother.
Thank you,
but
brother.
No problem. I'll jump down if you need me to, Tony.
Yeah, just for a minute, because I got like two people trying to get
Come
up.
up.
So I would appreciate it, dog.
No problem,
All right,
Tony.
big guy.
No problem, man.
All right. Go ahead, Swan.
Yeah, hey Tony, joining the show this morning, and I appreciate you for having me up. Thank you. I just wanted to know, I know how you operate. You have this thing already planned out, the flow that you like to go, the questions that you ask. Is it too much of me to ask if Will needs to say anything to me before I start to, or does he want to respond and then take shots? But if and Tony, Will probably knows where I'm going better than the listening public, because what tends to What tends to happen is if I come in being critical, then he's gonna tell me, mind your own effing business. So just in case Will wants to go ahead and set the stage for how I shouldn't make comments, I'd like to address them because I wasn't pleased at all with what I saw from, in particular, my starters, offensively nor defensively. I was really disappointed. I thought they should have given a better showing, regardless of who they were going against. I just expected more from my starting offense. So, I mean, we kind of sort of had a little back and forth with this yesterday. I know that you don't care for what happened in other spaces, Tony. But Will might want to, just saying, Tony, he might want to go on and hit me upside the head before I get started this morning.
Go ahead, Will. If you want to, if you have anything to say or respond to what Red Swarm is talking about.
Yeah, real quick. So 2 things I'd like to say. One is, I need everybody to fairly report. I need to report to your listening audience, Tony, that Chandler Zavala had a PFF score grade of 0 2 times when he was our starting interior guard. A PFF score of 0. That's
Didn't he have a 0 against Arizona?
I think he had a 0 against the Cardinals that year. A grading score of 0. Why is he still in? Why does he still have a jersey? It is insane to me. But lest we digress. 2, I hate to do this to you, Red. Only thing I was trying.
Please don't, because I ain't gonna hate to do shit I'm about to do this morning. Don't hate to do it to me.
All I would say, and the reason why I say I hate to do this because it's 9:00. I got to jump on my 9:00 meeting.
Oh,
that's the reason why I don't want to. That's the reason why I don't want to take shots, because it's not fair to take a shot at you.
I tell you what, be a gentleman and hold it to the next time.
That's the reason why I said I hate to do this to you, and I don't want to take a shot and then and then run.
You gonna do it anyway. I see.
Right? No. I said I hate to take a shot and run. That's the reason why I say I hate to do this to you, because I know exactly what you're talking about, but we can't discuss it right now.
Hold on, Red. Let Will finish before he goes, so we can move on.
So I'm just saying. I'm about to break, Tony. The only thing I was saying is, I would love to have that conversation with you, Red, but I can't right now because I got to jump on the call. So it's not fair to say something and then run. Okay?
Yeah, go ahead and take it. All
right. All right, guys. It's 9:01. Hey, Tony. Give me a call once you finish your pod, man. We'll chop it up. Hey, thanks everybody. Y'all have a good morning, and just know that I'm going to forever pound over here in Carolina land. Hey, y'all, keep pounding, y'all.
All right, man. Hold on. Salam 3471. What's going on, my good brother?
Hey, welcome on, my brother. How you doing?
What's going on?
Good, man. Can't complain at all, man. It's my first time ever on a pod, so I was like just really just excited for one, just listening to your takes, all of you guys, and I've been listening to you guys for a long time, so definitely excited just to get on
well,
and just
appreciate
it. Thank you.
Yeah. What's on your mind?
So pretty much as far as it goes, when it comes to the first portion of the game, especially the preseason game. I mean, to be honest, and I've spoken to a couple of individuals and whatnot, I pretty much have said that preseason literally is just an evaluation process for the bottom tier of your roster. So that doesn't mean that it is the end all be all in terms of us seeing everything as fans. Like, okay, do you got to be upset? Do you got to be disappointed? And yes, of course, as fans, our fandom can be able to get to that based on what we saw, based on the series of what happened with Bryce Young. However, I really think that in terms of the offensive line, I mean, and I put it on the chat on YouTube. I was like, there's $220 million that was on the bench. So
yeah, I saw that. I saw you put that up there.
Yeah, so I mean, how are we expected to really evaluate this offense if you can't even block? You know, I mean, I just don't really understand. But as far as it goes, there was the defense, I would say, I was definitely impressed with them. Definitely the pressure, Jaelan Phillips. I'm excited for him. I think, in my personal opinion, he's going to have a career year really quick. Saw a couple of good plays from some of the backups. Cam Gill has some good pressure. I enjoy Princely. I think he's starting to step up, and I think he's starting to improve his game. And I think he's starting to really take into context on what he needs to do if he really wants to solidify himself in his team.
Okay. All right. I appreciate that. Go ahead, Red. What you got?
Yeah, so Tony, I think and I don't know what your last question was, so I could stay with where you are. But I will say this, what I've heard this morning, that and Salam is kind of, on the heels of what Ronnie said and that sort of thing, evaluation of the bottom of your roster. The preseason is about so much more than that. It is an opportunity for players who've been at vacation with all this beautiful money that they earn to play a game that they love to play, to come in, work their bodies into shape or callous themselves for the season ahead, and also to get into playing shape. And that means effort, everything. I think what I'm hearing this morning is something that y'all clearly saw, that your starters had a lackluster effort against a number one team. The Buffalo Bills are that caliber of team. And I think that you should really be concerned, not whether Haynes King matched up well against, in my opinion, what is sort of like a same level Arizona Cardinals team, but that your first team really looked like they were outmatched by a first place Buffalo Bills. You guys are going to be playing a first place schedule this year. That's the level of competition that you're going to be facing week in and week out as such. And you really just look outmatched against Buffalo.
Okay. I can't listen. I can't argue that. I'm not going to even try to attempt to argue that. What you saw Saturday against Buffalo, the ones-on-ones, was a dismissal, a bad performance. All right. It was a bad performance. There's no way to attempt to sugarcoat it, right? The ones look bad as an offense. There's to me, in my opinion, there's no one person to blame. I think we just look bad as a unit. Okay. Whether you want to say it's the play calling, the quarterback, the offensive line, the receivers not running they route, the offensive line not making a hole for the running back, what have you. All that was on full display for those 9 plays, those 3 series for everybody to see. Can't act like I didn't see that. I ain't gonna act like that. That's not how I get down. So, but there's also enough evidence, I do believe, to say that when we do have everyone healthy and in the regular season, we have seen a better performance from our ones against teams that was quote unquote more talented than us, was better than us, quote unquote. So it's not like we never seen it before. It's not like we don't know it can happen. Did it happen Saturday? Absolutely not. Is that the end all be all to what our team will be when week 1 rolls around? Absolutely not. All right. But again, we dealing with Saturday. So Saturday, yes, we looked horrible as a unit from our ones from an offensive standpoint. Go ahead. Salon, was there anything? Who's that? Who do I have on stage? Oh, Nick. What's going on, Nick?
What's up, Tone? What's going on, fellas? Good morning.
What's up,
What's
Nicky?
going on,
good
my
morning,
guy?
Monster. How you
What's
doing?
happening? What's happening?
What you got for me this morning? Talk to me, dog.
You know, rough outing. Absolutely, can't lie about that.
Yeah.
The offense first team. What was it? 9 plays they ran. Tone. Didn't look too
Yeah,
hot.
9 plays.
Yeah, it didn't look too hot. Obviously, I mean, I know you saw what I saw, which is offensive linemen getting beat like immediately at the point of attack, like literally immediately. That has nothing to do with how Bryce looked. It's just about it's a Carolina Panthers problem. I'm not going to go just strictly with Bryce. This is a
Yeah.
Panther problem. We looked like crap. Now, historically, I like to remind Panther fans, besides a couple John Fox, couple Ron Rivera, and that one Matt Rule year, we are historically a bad team in the preseason. We never do well in the preseason, one with how we execute nor with how we game plan. One thing that stuck out to me in this preseason game was not just the defense looked. I don't know what the hell Evero was doing, because when I go back and look at the play calling, I mean, clearly he was trying some new stuff out, but the fact that we had Bills wide receivers like dead wide open, like it's not like Josh Allen was out there diming us up, like dudes were wide open. I think that the Bryce obviously struggled with the lack of guard play, but listen, I want to remind Panther fans and football fans in general, there is a changing of the tide going on in the NFL now. What I mean by that is, in preseasons now, teams emphasize joint practices more than the actual game. Why? One, because play callers don't get to put out what they want to really do on film, where a team could actually watch how a team is calling plays on a Friday night, on a Saturday night. Whereas in a joint practice, that is a closed setting. And these offensive guys are still getting valuable reps. Granted, the intensity is almost as like a game, but they're not trying to hit each other that hard. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we just saw with the Jaguars and Saints, they just had joint practices and none of the starters played in a preseason game. So I just want to keep Panther fans mindful that, we have joint practices with Jacksonville coming up. Don't be surprised if the starters don't play that much in preseason. So I just want Panther fans to be mindful of that.
Yeah, I got you. Solomon, was there something else that you wanted to say?
Yeah, I was pretty much also agreeing with Nick too as well. While saying basically to Red, where literally the joint
Hold
practice.
that. Hold that thought. I apologize. Shout out to young Freddie J with the 199 super chat. He said, "Good morning, fellas. Good morning, Freddie.
morning, Freddie
Thank you for
J.
tapping in as always, my guy. Hey, listen, we've been in here for over 2 hours now. I need someone to show love to the channel, support the channel. There's the QR code at the top right. Scan it. There's a pinned comment in the YouTube chat at the top. You can also click that link. It will take you to the PayPal. We're having great conversation, great debate, great energy, and great vibes that we're bringing to you this Monday morning. I would greatly appreciate if you show love back to the channel. All right. My daily goal is $25 each and every day, just $25. Not trying to pay the rent or anything like that. But if you appreciate what I'm bringing to you, show your appreciation by donating to the channel. All right. I greatly appreciate it. For the ones that are watching through Carolina Armchair GM CJ channel, if you have not subscribed to my channel, which is Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk, open up a browser on your laptop, desktop, tablet, or your phone. Go to youtube.com/@UO Sports Talk. All right. youtube.com/@UO Sports Talk. Or if you see my avatar in the chat, you can click on the avatar. It will also take you directly to the channel and you can subscribe that way. I greatly appreciate it. I'm here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern time. All right. Go ahead, Salman.
So yeah, you're good, brother. So yeah, I pretty much wanted to just go into detail with the joint practices as well, like what Nick was saying. Joint practices are extremely intense and intensive to where you could be able to be in a bunch of different scenarios to see where your team lacks luster at. So literally, if it's wide receivers, if it's on the defense, if special teams, literally you can be able to have a thorough evaluation just to really be able to see what do I need to improve on with another group of individuals who are trying to also be victorious as well. I think really when it comes to also looking at the overall complexity of the team, I think we can really see that we do struggle in several areas. I was a little surprised at Corey Thornton, a little disappointed at him because I was expecting a little bit more. Bretta was getting beaten at one point, getting flags, stuff of that nature. And then also just a factor of us improving the running game. The running game, I was a little disappointed in that too as well. But then again, the Cardinals game, that was much more of a different series of opponents, especially with Arizona versus Buffalo. But ultimately, though, I'm still excited for the season regardless. I really think that, especially in these joint practices, you're going to see the best out of all of the players to where you won't really see the starters playing on Friday as well.
Okay. Hey, Salam, if you don't mind, I'm going to drop you off so I could bring up one other person. Hey, I appreciate you for coming on, my guy.
Of course,
hey,
my brother.
Like I said, I'm here Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. Eastern time. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. All right?
Already, man. All right. Assalamu alaikum. All right, my brothers.
All right. Walaikum salam.
I know.
All right. Let me remove him and bring Pewter up. But before you go, Pewter, shout out to DCash704 for the 5 jewels. It's a treat. Don't know what the treat is, but I appreciate the 5 jewels, DCash. And also shout out to Cool Kev 88 for the $10 super chat. He said, I don't know what Bryce got on a lot of y'all, but you need to consider seeing a root doctor. Get some help.
Oh, God.
Damn, Kev. A root doctor, dog?
Yeah.
So you trying to send me down to New Orleans, huh? You trying to send me down by the water? Hell no. Hell no, I will not go.
Right, Tony.
Not me.
Hell no. The hell are you talking about?
You would not shake no chicken feet over across my forehead. The devil is a lie. Hey, appreciate Cool Care for that $10 super chat, my guy. Go ahead, Peter. What's happening?
So I wanted one thing I wanted to add on to what Red was saying about as far as looking the way you guys looked against a first place team or whatever. I just wanted to add this one thing because I don't think anybody's gonna think to bring it up or want to bring it up. But also, you guys had a Hall of Fame game, so you guys are like a whole week ahead of you. Basically, you guys and the Cardinals are a whole week ahead of training camp, ahead of everybody else. As far as like
they don't want to hear
preparation and
that,
stuff like
Pewter.
that.
They don't
Yeah.
want to hear
So I
that,
just wanted
Pewter.
to bring that part up. But also, as far as the joint practices, that doesn't really take away from, because I do agree that coaches are liking the joint practices more than preseason games, but it doesn't take away how important preseason games are. With the defenses, it's less of how good your defense is doing, as far as like, okay, if you're in cover two, we all know middle of the field, that's the weak spot, right? So we're not trying to hide that in the preseason game. You're just showing cover two, and you're trying to see who can do their job and cover their guys. You know, D line, are you producing? Are you able to get pressure? Linebackers, are you able to cover? Are you able to stop the run? You're pretty much looking at that. But game planning, you're not really game planning defensively. If you're getting, if the quarterback is doing his job and beating the cover two by throwing in the middle of the field, then that just is what it is. It's not really like, oh, we suck as a defense. It's more offense than anything. Offense
I know.
is. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying I know what you're saying. I listen. I get you when it comes to the schematics, though, Pewter. I think for us Saturday, what a lot of people were upset with, including myself, was the offensive display that was put on that we witnessed Saturday was not the type of offense and the things that we heard coming out of training camp when we was hearing Bryce mastery of the offense. Nobody can check the wide receivers. Everything, the offense was dominating the defense. Like, we heard so much good news and this and that, and then for them to go out there and
look like that,
in my opinion, change up the game plan and do completely opposite of what they have been working on and things like that in training camp. It was very disappointing if you're a Carolina Panther fan, especially when you want to see exactly what Brad Isaac would call up, especially if you were spoiled or got a taste of what the offense could possibly look like when you saw the Hall of Fame game. So it led you to believe that you was excuse me, hiccup. It led you to believe that what you would see Saturday against the Bills with the number one offense would either match or even be better than what you saw in the Hall of Fame game with a bunch of backups. So to not even see that, I could understand a lot of people how they feel come Saturday afternoon or Sunday or even this morning. Like I always say, and like I've always said, people tend to want to point a finger at one particular player instead of putting it in proper context and looking at it as a whole. It's always one person when we lose or when we don't play good, but it's never that one person when we play good. You know what I'm saying? It's never that. So it's not the same. It's not the same type of evaluation on the Panthers across the board. So that has always been my position. But Saturday, just basically talking about Saturday, yes, the offense looked a shell of itself. I don't believe that what we saw is what we would see in the regular season. I don't care who's calling plays, whether it's Brad Isaac or Dave Canales. But what we saw Saturday definitely was enough to make people upset, mad, pissed off, want to throw in a towel or whatever the case may be. I get it. Go ahead, Pewter.
Well, usually when teams play their starters this early in the preseason, it's usually because the joint practice didn't go so well. So maybe, I don't know. I'm not saying it didn't or did or whatever, but maybe you guys should watch who's giving you guys information from training camp. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe they're not knowing, either one, they're not knowing what they're seeing, or two, you know, the organization is telling them, hey, put this out, or you know what I'm saying, I don't want you to put that out, or put the good stuff out.
I understand what you're saying, but there's some very credible people that we have, you know, reporters for the Panthers that we listen to and that we have trusted on a daily basis for a number of years. So I don't think those people are the type people that would just go out and just put out anything. I'm not saying that not all of them, but I know there are some that in our community that we do trust. They give us factual information. So I don't think what they are putting out was just false, because it was not only just from the reporters, but not only from the coaches, but also from the players, offensively and defensively. So I don't think that's even an issue when it comes to that. Go ahead,
Can I
Red.
chime in, Tony? So, to that, Peter, two things can be true. They don't have to be putting out false or misleading information for us to understand as football fans that an offensive line and a defensive line in 11-on-11s when you're going in camp against one another are not going to give their full effort because they know they can't touch that quarterback. They know that there's a circle around him. So it goes up a notch when you go against a Buffalo Bills or a Denver Broncos or another defense that gets to put him on his ass in a preseason game. So what I'm saying is, regardless of what you hear coming out of camp. That's friendly fire, that's team on team. Now, when you get an opponent, that's why it's important for coaches, and they will tell you, whether it be in scrimmages or in preseason, to evaluate their team against a different color jersey. So it's a truer indication of where you are. I have gone on record of saying I would much rather see what I saw out of my team week 1 of preseason than week 3 of preseason. Because at least week 1 of preseason, you can identify those issues and you got time to fix them, to harden them up. If it's still happening week 3 of preseason, you got some issues that you probably ain't gonna be able to get ready. You know what I'm saying, Tony? So
that's facts.
You short on time then. I'd rather see my baby show out in public in the grocery store when they 3 rather than when they 15. Because let me stop. I don't want to get my children grown. I can tear that ass up when they was 3. You know what I'm saying? I got a son that's 28, that's 6'4", 240 pounds. I can talk to him at this point. If he out there embarrassing me and his mama, you know what I'm saying? I can kind of talk to him, but it ain't no hands-on no more. Well, I still put hands on him, but it might not turn out the way I think it's going to turn out. You see what I'm saying? But you listen, I wanted to make a point. Is Tri-State still up here?
No, he gone.
Okay.
He was having audio problems, yeah.
Okay, so he mentioned a couple of things, and I had this discussion too, man. Tony, I don't know what it is, man. Damn it. All right, I'm gonna say this and I'm moving quickly because I get criticized for being long-winded. I hear repeated blaming of the defense. Maybe we can come back to that. But listen, why couldn't Bryce Young, and I hear blaming of the offensive line, why couldn't he get into their ass for letting that pocket close on him like he got into the receivers in training camp that they showed all over y'all social media?
That's a good question.
You know what I'm saying? A true leader can say to those guys, hey, y'all need to even if it's him pumping his fist in a downward motion to show some enthusiasm. If you like the enthusiasm that he showed in camp, why wouldn't he give you that same image, you know what I'm saying, in a preseason game when it's not working? But then the blaming of the defense, let me say this. Your defense played more up to their standard than your offense did. Let me say that again. Your defense played more up to their standard, regardless of what your eyes witnessed, then your offense played up to their standard. Last
That's a fact
year,
too.
last year, Buffalo's defense. Well, let me see. Last year, Buffalo's offense scored 28 points a game. They put up 29 against y'all. Your defense held them to what they typically do offensively.
Well, now let's again. So, like I said about context, let's put it in context. We're talking about a game in where Buffalo not only play their ones, they play their twos and their threes as well. The ones didn't score all their points Saturday. So
that's a fact.
Yeah, they didn't score it, but I get what you're saying. At the end of the day, our defense did do a better showing than the offense. I don't think there's any question about that whatsoever. Like, so let me just say this, and y'all tell me what y'all think. In the chat, on the panel, if you watched the game. Offensively, going into the game, I said there was two things that I wanted to see. I wanted to see how Monroe Freeling will do at right tackle, being this his first game playing on the right side in the NFL. And I wanted to see Jonathan Brooks make it out of the game healthy. That's what I wanted to get out of the offense. Defensively, I wanted to see if we can get home with 4. I wanted to see if we can apply some pressure. All right. That's what I wanted to see from the defense. I wanted to basically see how Jaelan Phillips and Devin Lloyd would do, with the first team, with the first team defense in their first game. I was highly impressed with Devin Lloyd and Jaelan Phillips. They got home with pressure with 4. They got a sack on Josh Allen, Princely Umar surprised the hell out of me. He did a complete 180 from the Arizona game. I mean, he was all over the place. He was in the backfield constantly. I think he had like 14, 15 snaps, but he had like 2 or 3 pressures, a half a sack. I thought he should have had a half a sack, but I think they gave the whole sack to Jaelan Phillips. But yeah, he was looking like a beast out there. Devin Lloyd looked like he had a command of the defense. He did his thing. I think he had like 1 or 2 tackles for loss. So I've seen some positive things from the defense, especially on that first series. Now, a lot was telling as far as stopping the run when we were in a 4-2-5 as opposed to a 3-4. When you saw 3 interior defensive linemen with their hand in the dirt, 9 times out of 10, we had better stoppage when it came to the run game. So those were things that I was initially looking for going to this game. I didn't care what the score was. The score wasn't important to me. Those are the things that I was looking for. I broadcast. I went live during the game, and I let it be known before the game what I would be looking for. So yeah, when it came to those things I was impressed with. I also mentioned earlier in the week, I mentioned a couple times, how well could the back end stay connected if Josh Allen was to escape or extend the play? Well, we found out real quick, if you're not connected, you're probably going to throw a touchdown on you or run one. In this case, he threw one. Why? Because our back end wasn't connected. Damo, what's going on?
What's going on, Tony? I appreciate you introducing me. I didn't want to, I love your channel. I love to be very respectful.
Yeah.
So, I hate on you, Damo.
And I hate on you, Red. I was trying to hold it in. I got love for you, but I hate you at the same time.
Yes, sir. My boy. I love to see you, Damo.
And y'all kind of over the funk I feel like I've been in. Y'all know I be complaining about I wanted to kind of answer your question. I kind of wanted to give you my take on what I've seen from the game, and then I have an actual question for actually the panel, specifically you, Red, and maybe even specifically for Tony, and then possibly even you, Red, because I know you guys are a little older than me in the game, so maybe by like 5 years, because I'm 71. So I seen.
Well, you about 20 years older than me. You can hush that nonsense. Yes, sir.
Well, I've been wanting D-line, right? I've been wanting the D-line to step up. They definitely told me to be quiet because they definitely outplayed everybody on our team. So shout out to the defense as far as the D-line goes. I did like to see Devin Lloyd. I love Jackson Kawach, right? My question more so is like this. Before I ask my question, this is what I want to say. I don't think either the Buffalo Bills line isn't all that, and they just have good coordinators and they have good execution, or our defensive line is that. And we're going to see that with the weeks to come, right? Because I'm saying this, they were getting home on Josh Allen, but they were also still making plays on us. So that's kind of what I want to see from our offense. Even though we had a bunch of new guys out there, it's like, can our offensive line, even with a makeshift line, can we go out there and what's the word? Can we handle our own adversity? Can we change outcomes out there from between the down and distance and all that, right? Can we also move the ball, even though we know these guys can bring pressure? So that's like a question. But my main question to you is, what does Cam Gill have to do, bro, to make this team? Like, what does he have to do? Whose job is on the line?
Well, I'll answer that question. I asked the latter one first about Cam Gill. This is Cam Gill's second time with the Panthers. He was with us before, released, whatnot. He was a defensive player in the UFL. This year, I think he had like 10 sacks in 11 games. Played outstanding. Looks like it carried over into this game, and I think he also played pretty good in the Arizona game. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong on that, but yeah, I saw some things from him that that looked pretty good. I can't remember, if I'm not mistaken, the ones were out the game at the time. So, but to be fair, it is an evaluation. So what he put on tape to me was good enough to be evaluated. I don't know where he will fall in the pecking order as far as outside linebackers. I don't know if they already have that position established in their mind. They did release Nick Hampton like a week or two ago, so there may be somewhere for him to slide in. And because you got Pat Jones, JJ Phillips, Prince Umami Ellen, Gibson. So he may can fall as the fifth or sixth outside linebacker. I don't remember the complete depth chart, but listen, all he can do is go out there and just put it on tape and hope he made enough noise, cause enough noise for the coaches to recognize him and give him a spot. Maybe he back on the practice squad. I have no idea.
I appreciate that, because this is my thing, right? If we don't bring him in, then I'm going to know for a fact it's all about politics. And not only that, he's going to make a roster somewhere else, and he's going to be a star. I just have that feeling about...
Hold that thought real quick. Let me give shout out to Young Freddie J again for the $1.99 super chat. He said Damo's stupid as hell.
Damn.
Hey, appreciate that, Freddie. I appreciate that $1.99.
Freddie know I hate on
super
him too.
chat.
I hate on all you.
That's up.
Freddie throwing shots at you, Damo. What's that about?
Why he shooting at me? Haven't he seen
I don't know, dog.
of the preseason? Don't you know? Well, technically it was week 2 for us, but don't you know how I'm feeling already, Freddie? Don't shoot me right now, Freddie. I'm hurting, Freddie. I got guys I want to make the squad, and I don't want it to be. I want us to be so good, y'all. What I see for us is, can we be the team like the Patriots? These guys were before. The way they became a dynasty was like, yo, if you played well, you got put on the field, man. Like, I am so tired of sitting there. We can't keep developing everybody and you want to win. You can't keep having developmental players on the field and you want to win. It's got to get to the point where, are you developed enough and are you ready? It's a yes or no thing. Because it's like, y'all guys are some of y'all ex-military, right? Like, you don't get ready when they drop you out there. You do the preparation before you hit the battlefield, man.
That's a fact.
So
Yeah.
every battle we fought as a not to get off subject, but every battle we fought, right, as the United States, every war we fought was a different war. Meaning we had to train soldiers differently for every battle we went into with different strategies. I'm just asking the Carolina Panthers to prepare for this war better. Have guys that are already ready now. We ain't got time to develop you to start the season. Again, if you ain't ready, then you gonna be usurped.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody. Princely better be happy he playing well, because I've been talking so much trash. It's like, if I ever meet him, he might know who I am. You know.
So,
but it's only because I know you can play.
Hold on one second. I'm gonna respond to that, and then I'm gonna let Red respond to that, because I think you're gonna like the analogy that I use. But shout out Eternal for the 5 jewels, the treat, and I think he's saying it again. Shout out to Eternal for another 5 jewels, the treat. All right. So to what you just said, Damo, I learned a long time ago. A first sergeant, matter of fact, my very first sergeant, when I got to brag, First Sergeant Abraham, shout out First Sergeant Abraham.
Shout out.
And
shout out Abraham.
This candid conversation that we was having. I think I got into a little trouble. You know what I'm saying? And
you probably did.
Pulled me into his office, and we had about like an hour and a half conversation. But when y'all hear, if you ever heard me say this is who I got this from. He said the best time to prepare for war is at peace, right? Yeah. So as a former military man, no matter what branch you in, you're always preparing for war. Even at peace, you're preparing, because you don't know when war is going to happen, right?
Damn, so wise words.
So when you think about the preseason, right? Even though it may not look like it's war, which is war is like the regular season, 17 games for 17 weeks. Right now they're at peace, and they're preparing for war. Everybody don't prepare for war the same way, right? We don't prepare the same way that the Ukrainians do, or the Russians do, or the Chinese do. But best believe everybody's preparing for war in their own way.
Yeah.
Are you more concerned about the preparation of war, or what happens when you get to war? Go ahead, Red.
Yeah, man. Wise words by Sergeant Abraham. And what I can tell you is, if he spent an hour and a half in his office, first sergeant, if he spent an hour and a half in his office with you as a young soldier, he thought highly of you at an early age, because he could have locked your motherfucking heels together and let that been it. And also, you was in there with the first sergeant, so a lot of people may not know quite what you're saying as I do, but for him to take that time and not let a staff or somebody else just go to town on your ass, that said a lot about you, Bree. But man, I'll tell you, I agree. I think that it's more of weight, that it's a weightier decision to prepare while you're at peace, more so than when you're in combat. When you're in combat, you got to perform. It's not about it's not about preparation when you get out there on that damn battlefield. Oh, it might be a little bit too late. You know what I'm saying? But when those bullets start flying, I done seen some motherfuckers probably to be honest. Yeah.
Talk about it, Red.
It ain't no traces going over your head. It's gonna be something else.
No, sir.
So y'all telling me when the bullets start flying, Tony, I can't get up and run.
When you see that sky lit up, let one of them hit your ass, and they gonna be sending your family a flag. That's all I can tell you. Yes, sir. Y'all finna get a flag.
Yeah.
So when the bullets start flying, Red, I can't be like, hold on, Red and Tony, I'm gonna be right back.
No, sir. No, sir.
No.
Okay.
No.
Unless you want to catch one. Unless you want to catch one in the back.
I ain't want to say that.
Let me hush, Tony.
But I'm gonna hit y'all with. I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna be right back.
No, you won't.
No, you
Yeah,
won't.
no, you
No,
won't.
you won't. We
No,
know
you
better.
won't.
Yeah, we know better. We know better. You damn right you won't.
But that's what we're gonna look like week 1,
Uh,
y'all. If we come out there not ready, we can't go. Ain't no going back. Where you going?
No,
Look
ain't
at.
no
Come
going
over here and
back.
sit down.
Ain't no
No,
going back.
but you bring forth a very good point though, Damo. Like, let me say it like this. I think it's too early to jump out the car right now with no helmet on and assume that we're going to look like this week 1. I think that is just too early.
Back to
right?
what
I agree.
said,
I
Tony.
agree with you, bro.
Back to what I said.
Just
You
too
rather see
early.
it now. You rather see it
Right.
now.
Right. So I'm not saying that people don't have the right to feel how they feel. Listen, I'm not here to try to tell nobody to feel how they feel. I'm just saying for me, watching the game that I love for as long as I've been watching it and understanding it, I think it's too early to feel all these negative thoughts and willing or wanting to throw the season out the window because of you had a bad non-play performance. Was it a bad performance? Absolutely. There's no question about it. Ain't gonna never try to make no excuses for it. It happens. It is what it is. But if you want to just base what the regulars for let's forget about the regular season. We still got 2 more preseason games to go.
That's right.
It wasn't the last preseason game, and then next week we play in Chicago. No, we still got 2 more regular season games to go. Then we get to the regular season. So technically, you got about 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, 'cause
3
they take
weeks
a break.
before the
They take
regular
a break after
before
that last preseason.
right.
Yeah.
So
Technically, though, you got
Break,
4
but
weeks though.
they have a whole other week of practice before the with no
before the
games.
regular season starts.
That's right. That's
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, technically, you that whatever needs to be fixed, I'm just going to assume that we are going to get those things corrected. That's my biggest hope, that we get those things corrected. People that need to be healthy, I'm wishing and hoping that they'll be healthy come week 1. People that need to be gone, I'm wishing they ass to be gone. You know what I'm saying? So when come week 1, we got exactly who we need and what we need to face Chicago and hopefully start the season off 1-0. But yeah, after the first preseason game that the starters played nine plays, yeah, for me, I ain't jumping out the window on that.
And Tony, I'm gonna say this real quick. I gotta run into a meeting like Will, but I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. That's why I always say it's preseason. Because you know what? Buffalo Bills fans is probably jumping out the window today. Denver Broncos. Now, they probably have a right to expect to see similar to what they saw based on who their teams have been for a number of years. Let's keep it 100 with this thing. But if
hold on one second, Red. Hey, Reality Beats, if you talking about this super chat, I did read this super chat. Yeah. I don't miss no super chats. Matter of fact, Will he talked about this. So I don't know if you lost contact, but yeah, I read your last super chat, my guy. Yeah, go ahead, Red.
Yeah, I just want to say this, and then I hate to run, Tony, but I want to jump into a meeting here as well, man, team meeting. But man, let's just, man, and I have to say this because I'm so glad that you said prior to your live watch yesterday, man, listen, it's the preseason. Don't read too much into it. If the team plays well or if they play poorly, it's the preseason. So, and it's just for coaches to get an idea of where the team is. Hey, your squad as well as my squad got a chance to witness. We got a ways to go. Buffalo looked pretty good.
Facts.
Denver looked really good. But Denver better go back, and I know that their coaches make enough money and are professional enough to know that Sean Payton and Van Joseph are going to be on their team's asses when they come in, joking around with the music and all, say, hey, that Atlanta team that we saw, that wasn't the best that they could throw at us. Let's not be naive and think we're going to do everybody like we did them on Friday. Buffalo's coaches, hopefully, are saying the same thing to them. That Carolina team that we saw on Saturday, that's not really who they are. Don't take that as that's how we're going to do all the competition this season. I believe most of these coaches are professional enough to know that regardless of what reporters tell us, that's how they handle their teams in meetings. And Carolina's coaches and Atlanta coaches are saying, what the fuck have we been practicing for? What the fuck have we, you know what I'm saying? They ain't sitting back just saying, well, that's who we are. Let's get ready to have another week of practice.
Hey, shout out,
Red. Yeah.
Red, can you say it one more time, Red? What they say, Red? Can you say it one more time? What they say?
They say, listen, what the fuck we been practicing for? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God!
In front of my mom and them. What the hell?
I needed to hear that. I needed to hear that.
Yeah. It's just that.
Well, you and Tony talking to me, man.
And I'm gonna leave it at this, man. Like I said earlier, and this is my whole point to this whole thing. I'd rather see my team, and hopefully y'all feel the same. I'd rather see all them warts, all them imperfections this early in preseason than right there at that last preseason game than to be dealing with this shit, man. Because then you're going to be like you say, Dumbo, okay, let me go back to the analogy you made. So we're at peace and we're getting a chance to train our soldiers. But when the U.S. gets attacked in a foreign country, you know that you're on the clock. Motherfucker, you got to get them bombs in the air. You damn right.
That's right.
The warships
you got 18 hours.
In that direction. You damn right. Yeah. Kiss your family. Tell them goodbye. That rucksack that you got packed, ready to go at any time, come to the motherfucking motor pool or wherever we landing up at. It's time to go. Bring your ass.
Hey, y'all know, it's the perfect analogy, bro. It happens in the league. Once the first snap happens, bro, the game goes so fast. Yeah. That's exactly what it's like in war, right? I'm not a soldier, but I know if someone is getting, let's say we got soldiers everywhere, and the enemy come from this side over here, it's gonna always be when you least expecting it because they got intel too, just like you got intel on them. So you got to immediately pivot, like, hey, they over there fighting. Hey man, send everything over there. Like you gotta immediately do that.
I'm gonna tell you like this: report or go AWOL, but make a decision, motherfucker. Either way, do it. Whichever you want to do. It's time to make a decision.
Yes, hey, listen, you talking about a double-edged sword? God.
Hey, but Tony, but the point is valid. Make a decision. It's time to make a damn decision.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Come on. So now I didn't watch the Falcons though, but I'm not hearing the best. I'll say this: out of the NFC South,
that shit was ugly, boy.
But I'm gonna say this, Red. I'm gonna say this: like out of everybody in the NFC South, I hate y'all the least. I like playing Atlanta because I love Atlanta, like the city of Atlanta. Atlanta's always the bottom. I really want the Saints to be the bottom.
Hold on, Damo. Hold on.
My bad, Tom.
Hey, what's up, Fed? Now, no, we're not talking about war and politics. It was an analogy that was used, described about the preseason to the regular season. We just kind of went off on a tangent a little bit.
Damn, Fed, we can't talk.
You know how I do. I don't go that far down the rabbit hole. I talk football over here. Go ahead, Damo.
It was good.
Yeah, and I was just saying, like, I truly, honestly, y'all, from the bottom of my heart, I want to see Tampa Bay and the Saints at the bottom with us kicking y'all ass red, but y'all looking a little bit good, you know, and sitting at that third, right at the number 2 spot while we be number 1. That's the best I can do for you.
I got to get prepared for this meeting, and I did want to get me a second cup of coffee. But Domo, I'm gonna say this quick, and I promise y'all, I got to get up out of here.
Talk
Tony,
to me,
it's just it's only my opinion. So if you don't like it, don't beat Tony up, don't beat Damo up, don't beat the Falcons fans up. It's Red Swarm. What I'm saying is, I believe that Tampa is about to experience some regression. I think that Todd Bowles will be fired at the end of this season. I believe that the Saints are about to show a bit of a rejuvenation. I think that I think that, and hear what I'm saying. My belief is they have a quarterback that they can build around. Very, very, very small sample size, but he looked competent in it. I'm not saying he looked great. It was a 5-4 record, and they didn't beat the most positive teams, but they have put weapons around the kid. And evidently, if you look at them, their organization believes that he's a quarterback for them to move forward with. Will that experiment fail? It could, but I think it's going to be better than the 6-11 that they showed last year. I really do.
Okay.
And I hate to admit that, but that's just my thought. I don't know.
I gotta agree. They do think they got a guy. They definitely do think they got a guy. I'm not gonna say they got their guy because they definitely just had Drew Brees, but they do think Tyler Shook. You know what I mean? They do think that he is something to build around. And I do see he play with a little bit of poisonous. He does play confident, and he does look all right in their system, man. And sometimes that's all it takes to have a lightning in a bottle, in my opinion. So I think the fans just want to see a little more.
Damo. I don't know what my team's gonna do, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because it's the same problem that we've been having. We put some good talent, on both sides of the ball. But the problem with the Falcons traditionally has been the quarterback since Matt Ryan left. We haven't found a dependable quarterback. I was really high on Kirk Cousins, but I watched the highlights of the Raiders versus whoever was that play. I think Arizona the other day. Kirk Cousins looked happy, at least at the start, to be in Oakland. In Las Vegas. He went out there knowing that their plan at some point this season is to bench him and start Mendoza. He was never happy with the way he was handled in Atlanta. When he was signed here, they didn't convey to him that we're going to take a quarterback in the first round. The Raiders did that. And so of course he was coming off the Achilles and this and that, but I really don't believe that we got the best Kirk Cousins that we could have gotten. And that's a shame. That's a shame because Kirk Cousins once said he wanted to retire a Falcon. His wife is from Alpharetta. She is a third-generation UGA graduate. Her family bleeds Georgia Bulldogs and Atlanta Falcons. And that had a lot to do with his decision to come here. I don't think they handled Kirk Cousins right. He could have been a very suitable bridge to a quarterback, maybe even Penix, if they had just talked to the man about it. But hey, it is what it is. I don't know what the Falcons are going to do this year. I don't expect much different from what we did last year, but we'll see. That's what I'm saying about all of this division. It's still and always will be until further notice a wide open division. So
that's true. That's very true, bro.
Hold on 1 second, Damo. Red, you about to
Greek,
get
I'm
up
gonna
out
talk
of
to
here?
y'all later. Yeah, man, I'm gonna talk with y'all later. Greek, I appreciate you having me up. You know I do, man. And it's all love,
anytime, brother.
It's all love, Greek, and it's all hate, Damo.
It's all hate and love to you too, bro.
Yeah, man. Yes, sir. Yes.
Peace be on your damn way, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
If I need to hop off, Tony, I will.
Damo, no, you good. You good. I was gonna ask you gonna be up here for a minute?
Yeah, I can, Tony. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. It's just me and you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and transition to the next topic because we done spent damn near 3 hours talking about this Buffalo Carolina game.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been here almost 3 hours, y'all. There's 87 total people watching across 2 platforms. All right.
Shout out to y'all.
Show some love to the channel, man. Nobody has hit the PayPal. Nobody has scanned the PayPal and donated to the chat at all. I mean, donated to the channel at all. The QR code's in the top right. Scan it. Show support for the show. I greatly appreciate it. If you're enjoying the content, the debate, and everything, that the morning kickoff with unbiased opinion is bringing to you this Monday morning. Show the channel some love. There is a pinned comment that's at the top of the chat in the YouTube chat that will take you directly to the PayPal account, and I will upload it again into the chat if anybody needs it. Buy me a cup of coffee this morning. You know what I'm saying? I like chicken nuggets. I like going to Chick-fil-A, even though there's not a Chick-fil-A here where I'm at, but I still
Bless
like
your heart.
Chick-fil-A none. I still like Chick-fil-A nonetheless. Hey, don't rub it in,
I was
Damo.
gonna make
I
a
got
joke
it.
like, "Damn, where you live at in a hole?" But keep going, keep going, keep going.
Yeah. Frodo, Freddie said, are you sure, Tone? Am I sure about what? Because last time I checked my PayPal, I ain't see nothing. If you did send something, I always say make sure you let me know in the comments so I know that you know that you sent something. Okay, hold on. I'm checking now, Freddie. I apologize. Thank you, Freddie, for that PayPal gift. I greatly appreciate it. Um, you're always supporting the channel. But yeah, if you guys do leave a PayPal gift, because it's not like Cash App, you can't send a message. You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments so I can properly shout you out. And hold up, Freddie, I will drop the link for you real quick so we can get into this next topic real quick. All right. Yeah, that's it. That's it. So now we're gonna talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars. That's the opponent spotlight for this week. We do play the Jaguars Friday. We do have joint practice with the Jaguars. I believe it starts Wednesday. I know we do practice here today. I
Yep.
believe they may have a little light practice before they travel out Tuesday, and they do have joint practice with the Jaguars um
Yeah.
Wednesday. Freddie, what's going on?
What's going on, Tone? Hey, Tone, I've been trying to tell you to check. I said check your PayPal whenever I sent it, but you didn't see the comment. I've done it like 3 times.
My apologies.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
apologize. Charge to the game, not my heart.
Nah,
Yeah,
man. Nah,
charge to
man.
the
It's all
game, not
good.
my heart.
It's all good though, Tone. I try to show love up for people who show love to me. I do it all the time to everybody who show love to me. So any platform,
Yeah,
I try to show love to them as well. So, I
no
appreciate
doubt,
you
man.
for real.
If I had Cash App, I would definitely send you Cash App. But of course, I don't have Cash App over here, so
Yeah, yeah.
don't think I'm trying to be funny if I don't send anything. It's
No, no,
because I
no,
can't.
no,
Yeah.
no, man.
All
You
right, but yeah,
good.
Jacksonville is the opponent. So here's the facts first. Jacksonville beat New Orleans 24-20 in its preseason opener after trailing 20-6 at halftime. Jamari Taylor rushed 22 times for 78 yards, including 58 at the halftime. The Jaguars recorded 4 sacks. Most Jacksonville starters did not play against New Orleans, and the Panthers will join Jacksonville for a Wednesday practice before Friday's preseason game at Everbank Stadium. All right.
Mm-hmm.
The Jacksonville spotlight matters because it is Carolina's next test, not because it is a second team show. A joint practice allows Carolina to repeat the situations Buffalo exposed: third down, backed up possessions, pressure pickup, red zone, 2-minute operation, and defensive communication. Friday's game will then test whether those corrections hold up with the officials, substitutions, field position, and unscripted adversity. All right. So
Mm-hmm.
the question is, and Freddie, you can go first. Is Wednesday's joint practice better evidence for Carolina than Friday's game, or is game pressure the truer test? And before you answer that, let me just bring up Rashak real quick. What's going on, Rashak? Welcome back. Go ahead, Freddie.
I would say that game pressure
Where's
matters.
Rico?
What's up, Rishak? I would say that game pressure matters more because practice because
yes, joint practice, they're going to go hard, they're going to go tough, but I think live bullets and live reps under the lights matter more than a joint practice. And that's just for me personally, because what I saw Buffalo, I could tell that the guys need more under the lights than they do practice. Now I know it's practice against another team, but I think they need more live reps in a game reps than they do practice reps. And that's just my personal opinion. And fucking Poppy is stupid.
Go ahead, Freddie.
Oh my god. But yeah, that's my personal opinion when it comes to Jacksonville. I've said this before, I say it again. They need the joint practice and they need the preseason reps as well. And I'm gonna stand on that.
Okay. Damo,
Yeah.
what you think? What you think about the
practice?
The question that I just asked?
Well, to your question, I believe, from what I make out of your question, you pretty much want to know how I feel about us being.
He glitched out.
You broke up, Damo.
Yeah, your mic fucked up, Damo.
Rashad.
Hey, Rashad, can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Well, Damo fixes his mic.
Yeah. So Rashad, so the question was, is Wednesday's joint practice better evidence for Carolina than Friday's game, or is game pressure the truer test?
I think the joint practices are going to be more of a test for them because I believe that they're going to do more and show more in the practice and going to take those joint practices more serious than the actual preseason game. I don't even know if the starters are even going to play, but you know how I feel about this. I feel like they should play at least another series or two to get that sour taste out their mouth. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And just kind of show people like what they can do because I think, like I said, I heard that the Bills stadium, that new grass was tore up, and I went back. So I don't know if Dave and those guys came to a conclusion like, hey, look, this grass is not really all that good. You know what I mean? There's no need to go out there and get injured. You know what I mean? Playing too hard. I'm not accusing them of that. I'm just saying that might have been the case, or the players themselves could have thought, hey, look, I'm not about to go out here and risk my season and my career to play on this, out here, cutting on this grass and, twist an ankle or tear something. You know what I mean? So, I mean, as far as the practice, I think they're gonna get more out of the practice in the game, but I want to see them in the game.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, we was laughing at you, Damo. We was laughing at baby Thailand boy 803.
No, y'all good. My wife called me, man. We got
Tony,
a new baby. A new baby is gonna
go ahead, Damo.
family, man. So we just my wife is so
Hey, Damo,
excited.
can you hear us?
Yeah, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you. We hear you. Congratulations, Damo.
Thank you. My it's my sister and how can I say this? My sister-in-law, but her and her husband, and they just had their first baby together. So I'm happy for them, man. I wanted to answer your questions though, man. I wanted to say, like, kind of just like Stank Ass Freddy said, I do believe that it's good for us to have joint practices now, especially after a tough week 1 preseason. You got tape, you can really sit the guys down and talk about what you can work on. You're seeing it in real time. For the makeshift line we had to put out there in front of Bryce, hopefully they all don't come back out together again.
Scrap that, by the way.
Robert Hunt's a very slow starter when he comes back. I do think is it Damien Lewis, the other line?
Damien Lewis will probably.
Damien Lewis to me is the monster. I just like him at guard, man.
He's the best lineman that we have.
In I've always felt that way. So thank you for saying that, Stank Ass Freddy. I appreciate you saying
Fred.
that.
Thank you. And fuck you, Damo.
Okay, thank you. I know it's all
hold right. Hey, we ain't about to do that.
Go it ain't like that. We got love for each other, but don't.
I know, but
Freddie, don't be cursing.
I don't want to. No, you can curse. I just don't want to get out of hand. That's all.
I respect it. And that's why we
I respect it. I respect it.
We not.
Go ahead, Damo.
So Freddie, I apologize for playing too much. First of all, but we just got a good relationship.
Yeah. Damo.
But I truly love football, y'all. So, and obviously I see the game from the trenches out. So that's from both sides. Offensively, I see it at the line first, and then I'm looking at quarterbacks, receivers, running backs, seeing how we move. I like to look at the trench battle because that is football. So if I'm not
Yeah.
seeing what I want to see, I didn't see what I liked from that O line last week. But I'm not mad at them because I'm gonna be honest with y'all, bro. I wasn't paying attention to them enough to know that I didn't even realize Robert Hunt and Damian Lewis wasn't even playing. It was just happening so fast that I'm just like, I don't like what I'm seeing right there. But I wasn't focused on that because once he hiking the ball, you're watching the line play, but you always expecting Bryce to do something spectacular. Sometimes that it's like maybe we've been spoon fed a little too much of greatness from I want to say Bryce's talent sometimes because a lot of times it's got to happen up front, right, guys? Like we really couldn't even get a yard on rushing the ball. And we are a running football. We'll run first team. So like that can't never happen in Carolina. So I want to see them in this week, like to really hopefully that same line, y'all don't come back out. I truly do not like Zavala. I just don't think he has what it takes in this offense. I pray that they can figure it out during this week, and hopefully we get a better showing. Now, I don't need nothing too spectacular. I just want to see us move the ball. Can we get a first down or two? I just want to see us look comfortable. Let us flow together. I want to see us yoke together because when we lined up, y'all, I was like, oh, look at my offense. We got talent. We got guys you got to respect. You know what I'm saying? We got receivers out there. When Leggett come out there with T-Mac and Coker, like you got to be paying attention. Like you can't just man up them guys, bro. Some you gonna have to double two of our receivers, flat out. And I hated that they had one safety high. I want to see. I feel like we'll know what's going on with the league when teams no longer can play Bryce with one safety high. Until I see teams be able to move off of that defense, you can't be surprised that people are still on Bryce the way that they are. And that's kind of like my own. That's it. I'm not trying to overtalk Tony.
I got you. Oh, hold on 1 second. Hey, SC, I dropped the link. Where you hit the link if that's what you was looking for. So, yeah, if you're trying to hit the link to come on the panel, the link is right there. In the chat.
Yeah.
I'm so happy I watched this channel in the morning, though, man. Shout out to the morning kickoff, bro. Like, this is
Hey
a real
man, that's
dope
a
thing you're
fact.
doing. It really
Hey,
be dead
appreciate
around
it,
these
my guy.
hours, so now it's no longer dead. You know what I'm saying? So shout
All
out to you,
right.
Tony.
Hey,
Yeah,
yo,
appreciate it.
Damo.
Go ahead, Freddie.
Well, I just want to talk to Damo. Hey, yo, Damo. Hey, I want to come Hey, you want to come holler at me this afternoon, bro?
Come holler at you where on your channel.
Yeah, man. Just click my thing, bro. I like to have a conversation with you.
Well, listen, if it pops up, I was watching one of your shows the other day. It was my first time actually seeing your show. My algorithm be tripping. I don't always see everybody's stuff. So if anybody really, it's a lot of y'all that's doing podcasts. I had no idea we're doing podcasts. So if it comes across my screen, I will for sure try to click it and holler at you. But I'm not gonna hold you in the middle, like close to the end of the days when I start getting my kids from school and stuff.
Yeah.
It's gonna be all hell broke loose around this house. My children are very young and it's very loud. It's loud right now. And I only got 3 of them, so just bear with me. If I get on, I get on. If not, just don't hold it to me. Charge my
you
head.
straight, bro.
Charge my head, not my heart. What Tony said, charge my head, but not my heart. Okay.
Yeah.
If I hit
Rashad,
your
you still
comments,
there?
though, definitely
Hey,
just read
Rashad,
my
can you hear me?
comments.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Rashad, can
Yeah,
you hear us? Okay, cool.
that's not.
Okay. Talk
All
to us,
right.
bro.
So what you feel about it? The question that I asked is Wednesday's joint practice better evidence for Carolina than Friday's game, or is game pressure the true test?
Like I was saying, man. I think they're gonna take the joint practice more serious. So they're probably gonna get more out of that than they get in the game. But like I told you earlier,
Mm-hmm.
the last show, me personally, I want to see them get back out there on that field on Friday and show a better outing than they did, Saturday, and just go out there, be aggressive. None of that dinking and dunking stuff that we seen all last year. As long as they do that, man, I'll be all right with it. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm not really a preseason guy anyway. I don't say it don't matter, but the way they treat these games nowadays is kind of just la 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 la. It no, I don't really take too much out of the actual games because they don't really take them serious as you seen Saturday. So I mean, but if you want me to say, do I think joint practice is going to be more better than the actual game? Yes, but I want to see them play too. Now I don't know if they're gonna let them play, but yeah, that's all I want to say.
Right.
But yeah, Frederico, I be saying your show too, man. I tried to get on the other day, but my audio was acting up, so I couldn't get on. But yeah, man, I'm gonna come through. I already follow in shit, so I'm gonna come through and holler at you. But that's
Hey,
all
I
I want to say,
appreciate
man.
y'all. I appreciate y'all with me on this journey and just work with me. The grind is, the grind is addicting. I can't even lie to you. Shout out
Yeah.
to OG. Yeah.
So we're gonna go ahead. I'm
Hey,
gonna
look,
skip all the for. Go ahead, Rashad.
what you about to say?
No, I said we're just gonna. I'm gonna skip the formalities and we're just gonna go ahead on to the last segment.
Yeah.
Did Phillips and Lloyd change Carolina's defensive ceiling? All right, so I'm gonna skip all the facts and the context and just ask the question: did Phillips and Lloyd prove themselves as the defensive identity changes, or did Carolina just see encouraging traits in a small preseason sample? Uh, Rashad, you go first.
You said, dude, say that one more time. You said, did they show the traits in the game? Say
Did
that again.
Phillips did Phillips and Lloyd prove themselves as defensive identity changers, or did Carolina just see encouraging traits in a small preseason sample?
Are you asking me
Uh,
or him?
No,
mm,
that's Rashad.
No, I'm asking
no,
Rashad.
he asked me.
Okay.
Yeah. Um. That's tough. I think it's a little bit of both. I think we seen some encouraging things, but I think they can. I think we seen both, man. To be honest with you, I can't really just pick one because I think we seen both. I think we seen encouraging signs, but I also think we seen things that are yet to be seen based off it being preseason. I think those two guys are going to be key this year, and I think it was encouraging, and I think we going. I think those. I think those guys are going to show why we signed them. Those guys, and
Okay. All right.
that's that.
Freddie, what you
That's
got?
it. I mean, I just make it short like that, man. I ain't gonna talk
Mm,
too
mm.
long.
I would say that it was very encouraging to see Jalen Phillips get pressure and to see Devin Lloyd command the defense and be that field general that we've been looking for. I think that's very
Yeah.
encouraging. I have to see more to really get a full thing, but in a small sample size, it was very encouraging to see that we might be able to get pressure rushing four and that we have our field general that we've been looking for. So it was very encouraging to see. You know, I
Okay.
think that's an understatement.
All right. Damo, what you got, Damo?
I'm gonna be honest, bro. When you pay guys, you pay them to play. So we paying guys and they playing. So I'm happy. I'm almost saying to myself, it's about time, nigga. You know what I mean? Because it's like, when is our
Hmm,
money gonna start paying off? You know, teams
that's a
getting
good
tired of
point.
paying players and they not showing up. You bring a player like Phillips in. Naturally, we all knew he was gonna be good because the type of player he is, he's just gonna dominate anyway. He's just bigger than you. You know what I mean? He's just one of them guys. He's bigger and stronger, and he's smarter with the experience. So we know he's gonna bring that to Carolina. Same with Devin Lloyd. We're just
Mm,
asking that the guys that already have fire that are here, we're asking that they get with their fire, or that they come bring
right.
their fire and get with our guys that already are fiery, and let's be unstoppable together. So I'm excited about those two dudes.
Hmm.
Okay. Logic Q 1911 said, are we seeing the same on the field play, although there are new additions? Who you talking about specifically? Are you talking about on the offensive line?
What are
Is
you
that who
talking
you
about?
talking about? Let me know in the comments. And HFC said, "Oh, you're talking to J Live.
Talking to J Live.
Worry about the Saints. Yeah.
Because the thing about it is, though, Tony, is that J Live literally said Jaelan needs to finish, but he probably did not watch that game fully because Jaelan Phillips had, what, 3 pressures and a sack on Josh Allen? So, like, I don't know if he watched that game. So,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, it was very encouraging to see.
No, I think Jaelan did get that one sack on Josh Allen, and they almost had a second one, but it was a pressure, not a sack.
Right.
And Princely got like 2 or 3 pressures on
I think he had like
on
3. He had like,
Jaelan Phillips. Yeah.
yeah, he had like
Hey,
2 on Josh Allen. if I'm not mistaken.
Rashak, hold on, Freddie. Rashak, I'm gonna drop you down so I can bring one person up, okay?
I got
You need me to drop off, Tony?
No, you good. You good. All right, Damo.
Okay.
I mean Rashak, I'm gonna drop you off, dog.
I talk to you later, Rashak.
Yeah. SC Sweet Chili Boy, what's happening?
Well. What do we have here?
Yeah. What do we have here? You need to speak up talking into your baby mic.
Yeah, I guess I do.
Well, if
What's
it's my
going
boy,
on, man?
See what y'all talking about. I'm gonna listen in and I comment. See if I can add a little chicken little honey for the truth.
I can't eat. What did he say?
that just said like he said he'll chime in and he'll comment whenever you ask like the questions and things like that. Cause
Oh, okay.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Mute your mic, SC. Mute your mic for right now.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah, appreciate it. Let's see. Logan Q said, just reiterating on the previous topic, for me, I see positive production, but I put the negative or less production on coaching and play calling. Okay, hey, great minds think alike, but some people, everybody have their opinion on who's to blame or what to blame or whatever. But yeah, I don't think people like to talk enough about the play calling and what kind of game plan the coaches may have had Saturday. But it is what it is when it comes to that. Go ahead, Freddie. You clearing your throat for some damn reason.
No. I was saying on literally on when you was mentioning blame, I was like, well, we all know the one person that half these people blame, but that's another story for another day. That yeah. That's the reason I was doing that. When we talked about coaching and play calling, I was like, when you mentioned blame, I was like, yeah. There's when you said like when people want to talk about who's to blame, I was like, yeah.
So Freddie, real quick, what did you think of the performance from Jaelan Phillips and Devin Lloyd? What did you see?
Well, I saw Jaelan Phillips was as advertised, if I'm going to be honest. I mean, again, as I said, I have to see more, but it was very encouraging to see that it looks to be like that 120 million that everybody talk about, which is like what 11th on the market right now. But anyway, it looks like that 120 mil looks like it looks like it might pay off this season. Now again, I have to see more for that to be true, but it was very encouraging to see him get pressure. Not only pressure, but pressure against one of the best tackles in the game, and then Josh Allen. So that was very encouraging to see him get that type of pressure against guys like Josh Allen. So that was very encouraging to see.
Josh Allen looked scared, didn't he, Freddie?
Hey, look, listen. I mean,
I saw the fear in his eyes.
A few times, and the thing about Jaelan Phillips is what I watched that too is like he didn't allow Josh Allen to get around him because usually Josh Allen kind of scrambles away. Like whenever you go inside, usually the defender loses leverage to the outside and they lose the edge. Jaelan Phillips went inside and continued to hold the edge, trying to get to Josh Allen at the same time. So that was good to see as well. The fact that you are able to not only get pressure but contain the edge at the same time. And he did it by himself. He didn't need somebody else. He was able to do it by himself. And then forced the throwaway as well. So that was very encouraging to see. So that was as advertised. That was good to see from him as well, because that's needed this season, especially against the quarterbacks that we go against. That is definitely needed.
Right.
Tony, I have a
Damo,
question. For you. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Ask me a
Damo,
question.
what you see? Answer my question, then I'll hear your question.
Now
Go
ask
ahead,
me your
Damo.
question again. Forgive me. Ask me your question again.
What did you see from Jaelan Phillips and Devin Lloyd?
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I seen what I wanted to see, bro. Like I've seen what I've been craving. I've been craving pressure. I've been craving dominance. Know-how in the field of battle. Like I feel like these guys are not out there playing confused. They're playing smart. They're playing fast, and they a lot to deal with as far as an offense having to deal with them, bro. Like you clearly seen the difference in level of ability coming off the edge with five is he's gonna dominate, bro. And then with Devin Lloyd, bro, he's gonna be everywhere. Like his ability in our defense, he should be able to play almost. I'm not gonna say like Luke Kuechly, but Luke Kuechly played so free, y'all. He played so smart that it just looked like he knew what was going on. And I hope that Devin Lloyd can bring that extra level that we need. Because man, our linebackers, y'all, we really have severely been lacking in linebacker play for a very long time. So I pray that us and the fans get to see this year with these two guys like leading the helm. Like I want to see that we become dominant again as a defense, as
That's a
far as the
fact.
front four and the linebackers go. Notice I'm not even talking about the secondary because I'm not even trying to. Me personally, I'm not trying to focus on it today. I feel like how can you not get better as a secondary guy when you got J.C. Horn, you got Big Seven back there, right? And then Mo Rig, right, or Merrick, and then you got DJ, not I'm saying her Mike Jack. You got Mike Jack. So it's like you got so much talent there. I know they can play. I'm just asking, and I may never get this from Ejiro Evero. Like we may just never get what we want out of the defense with him at defensive coordinator. And at this point, I'm just kind of fine with that. We might not ever get to see J.C. Horn be what he was supposed to be in the league, a press corner, follow your best guy around. Mike Jack, another guy that want to play off, but also can press well. Like, we just may never really get to see that. Ejiro like his guys 20 yards off the ball, and it's going to always be that. So the best we can be is a strong interior defense, like the strong defensive line with great linebackers flowing around. Like they gonna have to ball. They have to be the heart of his defense because if they don't, they're gonna have 200 yards a game on the ground and 300 yards a game in the air. You're gonna see over 500 yards put up on the defense if Ejiro don't get it right. So I am very excited to see Devin Lloyd and Jaelan Phillips, ball out this year. That was not just some preseason shit, y'all. That was them niggas is just really like that, straight up.
Right. I agree with you. Shrimp Lo Mein, what you got, man?
I like his name. That's crazy.
Shrimp Lo Mein, okay.
Oh my god.
Funny.
That fucking Tony stupid.
No, y'all don't understand. You, Freddie, you know this. You
Yes,
know how
I do.
SC got a nickname
Yes.
for everybody.
Hey,
we go back and forth.
Listen.
It doesn't matter whether he was at me on Patreon. It's always something. It's always something new. So yeah,
It's
I
not
gotta
just
get
you
him.
though, Tone. I deal with this.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, listen, that's my guy in real life though. Like, nah, no bullshit. But like that motherfucker fuck with me in real life.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Oh,
Lo
man.
Mein. What you got?
Yeah, man, I think
What you think about Jaelan Phillips and Devin Lloyd?
Jordan, Jason, Jacob Phillips, man, pretty good, man.
Yeah, Jaelan, Jason Phillips, JJ, what I call him.
Yeah,
He look
JJ.
good, man. I'm just ready to see the Panthers continue to evolve from what we've been seeing before, man. Because the Panthers really been killing us for years. You get that together, man. I think the linebacker and Devin Lloyd and everybody that falling in place, man. Only person I'm worried about is Trevor Wallace, man. That's the only person I'm worried
I
about,
agree
bro.
with you. I
Oh,
have to
boy.
agree with you on that. Listen, and I've said this ever since the draft. When they pissed me off when they drafted Lee Hunter, when there was plenty of linebackers that they could have drafted at that point and they passed on, and I knew from free agency, only move they made at linebacker was Devin Lloyd. I'm like, that's not going to be enough because what's beside them, we're not going to be sure about because they are injury prone. And not only are they injury prone, but now the talent, you really question the talent level beside Devin Lloyd. How exposed will we be, from the inside linebacker position when you're talking about in coverage, when you have to coverage a tight end down the seam or over the middle, when you have to like maybe carry a running back into the flat or on a sail route or something like that. If we're playing man, what are we going to do? Because outside, Devin Lloyd can't do it all. He got to have a running mate. So I
Now,
hope and pray that they add another linebacker, preferably a veteran with some starting experience, and maybe have some experience in Ivero's defense in this scheme, whether it's his defense or in Fangio defense. But we need another veteran presence before the regular season starts.
and again, Tony, like again, I mentioned this, and me watching it. I mean, watching it like from the preseason game, when you rotate those two linebackers between Claude and Trevin, the one thing that sticks out to me, they're polar opposites. And I know this sounds crazy, Tony. And again, you take with PFF what you will. If you believe in PFF, you should go look this up yourself. But Trevor Wallace in man covers, like you mentioned, had an 88 PFF grade in coverage, man
See
coverage.
that's why I don't trust in PFF.
And it's like and again, like, but when you watch it through preseason, Chairless and Trevin are polar opposites. Now, say what you want, but Trevin looked better in coverage than Claude did. Claude is a better run stopper. Trevin is a better pass coverage. Is better in pass coverage. And that's the reason I think Trevin beats him in the thing, because he's better. Now again, Tony, you take with it with a grain of salt, because I saw that and I couldn't believe it. But it's true, Tony. I even looked it up for myself. That shit is true. He has an 88.7 PFF grade in man coverage, which was 8th in the NFL among linebackers. 8.
Yeah.
Number
That's
one
why I
was Devin
said
Lloyd
that
at 93. So
I
yeah.
don't believe PFF. Not when it comes to that type of metric.
Yeah, I was confused
I
there too.
believe what my eyes see. I think I know enough about football that I trust my eyes. So
Yeah.
80. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I,
It
So
I, ain't-
was.
I
Tony,
ain't gonna
Tony,
I ain't gonna
Yeah.
keep.
I
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
y'all see this.
Yeah.
What is it about our defense, man? I don't know whose fault it is, because I don't want to just single nobody out. But man, when teams excel with like reverse play actions and all of that, like you swinging right, but the play really going left. I mean, we're confused every time. They could do that every play, bro, and there will be no
Well,
stopping them.
Well,
And it's
well,
like that even
well,
in the
well.
hold
season.
on, Freddie. Hold on,
Okay.
Freddie. No, I think I know what you're talking about, Damo. It's like when that play with DJ Moore. So when you are effective with the run game, right?
Yeah,
Especially, let's just take a team like Buffalo. They run a lot of stretch zone, wide zone concept because they got a back that can cut back. He can
yeah,
hit the hole or he can take it out wide, right? So he's
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
excellent for the wide zone scheme.
Right.
But then when we talk about sequencing, if you always heard me talk about sequencing, so now what they do, they add another level to the wide zone. So now they bootleg it. They fake like they're getting ready to run the wide zone, then they bootleg and they release DJ Moore, which was
Right.
in the slot to their right side. They released him to the left side because everybody's flowing right. He's leaking out to the left. Then you have the wide receiver that was on the left side that was running like a go route to clear out the left side. So either the cornerback went too far. They say it was in man. I really haven't looked at it to determine whether it was in man or zone or whatever. But there was two defenders on one wide receiver. which left that whole left side open. And I'm surprised that nobody has brought this up, but I did notice this. Nobody
Thank you.
brought this up on this same play. On this same play,
Mm-hmm.
y'all tell me if y'all remember what happened on that play. Cause I ain't gonna say it first. I'm gonna see if one of y'all can tell me what happened on that play where DJ Moore leaked out the backside and caught that big pass and
Are
went
you
about
talking about
40
when he
yards.
waved to Nick
Mike Jack
Scott
with
and he?
Mike Jack out of position.
Are you talking about when
Not
DJ
talking
went?
about not talking about Mike Jack. Not talking about when DJ Moore invited the contact by Corey Thornton. Nope, not talking about none of that.
Okay.
Low man, you know what I'm talking about? He
That's a
probably
little bit
eating
out of
right
my
now.
field of expertise. I'm actually
I
trying to
mean,
get better at
watching
that.
that playback,
For real.
watching that playback,
Okay.
everybody got sucked in by the play action, and
When
then just
okay, no, check this out. Check this out. Check
mm.
this out. Let me stop it right there. When you go back and watch that play, watch who Princely Umar was covered in the slot.
Oh, interesting.
Tell me why Princely was covering the slot receiver and he came on like a slot blitz. And that same slot receiver is the one that ran the clear out for DJ Moore coming across. But just tell me why Princely was on coverage on a slot receiver.
That's
Yeah,
what you call
somebody
trying shit right there, Tony.
That's
okay.
a
So
mismatch.
That's what you call.
yeah,
That's what you call
complete
fucking
and utter
trying shit.
yeah. So like Freddie said, you only do some shit like that in the
In the
preseason.
preseason, right?
Does that when you see something like that, or when you hear something like that, in case you haven't seen it, but when you go back and see it, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Would you feel like the defense was taken seriously, or the defensive side of the ball was taking this preseason game seriously when you hear or see something like that?
Well, Tony, and I think someone mentioned this before, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think someone mentioned this before. These coaches, they talk to each other. And Josh Allen mentioned this in a presser. He said, if we get this look and it didn't look good, we can adjust to it if we see this look again and things like that. So they talk to each other. So 9 times out of 10, they probably talked to each other, but they didn't say when they were going to do it. So they talk to each other constantly. And this is the time that you do this during the preseason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like when it comes to this. So Joe Brady and Evero probably talked about that. It wouldn't shock me if they did.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't run shit like that unless one, you're just trying shit, and number two, you are talking and communicating. Because we have a connection with Buffalo, as you know. So 9 times out of 10, they were definitely communicating before the game to run shit like that. So that's
I don't
probably what
know.
happened there.
I don't know, Freddie. You might be putting too much of a conspiracy theory out there. What you trying to say?
Well, Tony, come on now. When it comes to Buffalo and
I just,
Carolina,
saying.
you already. Well, Tony, come on. Let's just be honest here.
I know.
How else
Listen,
does like?
I understand the connection. But go ahead. Go ahead. Finish your
But I'm
thought.
just saying, it's not conspiracy. We know the. Come on, Tony. You can't be serious that
No.
saying that these guys don't communicate and
I'm
things
not.
like that.
Listen. I'm not saying what you're saying. That you meaning to make it a conspiracy. I'm saying people would take what you're saying
Right.
as a conspiracy when
that's
you
fine.
say that's all. I mean, I could care less what they take. I'm just saying. You know how
Yeah.
how fickle our fan base can be. So
Yeah,
they'll
for
take
sure.
something and run with it in a minute. Yeah, but
Oh,
shout out to Will Roberts to try to get an answer before he saw the test, because I sent him the clip. That's why he knew.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Will up here cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, Mr.
Hey,
West?
Khalil Wesley said, "Hey, Freddie, Jay, how are you doing today?"
I'm doing great, Mr. West.
Yeah. Hey, Mr. West, I would appreciate it if you would go to youtube.com/@UO Sports Talk and subscribe to my channel. Okay, hold on. Somebody needs to Freddie, you need to mute your or turn your volume down. But yeah, if you would subscribe to Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk, that's youtube.com/@UO Sports Talk. I would greatly appreciate it. And shout out to Native Kalu for the 440 jewels. Uncle Alert. What's going on, Native Kalu? Appreciate that 440 jewels. I greatly appreciate that, my guy. All right. All right, gentlemen, we're getting ready to get up out of here. Anybody have anything that they want to say before we get up out of here?
I would just like to say, Tone, I appreciate you having me up. Your show is great, man. And again, as I said, man, just keep doing what you're doing, bro. You know, as I said, like,
already,
you know what I mean?
Already.
Tony, you know we love you, bro. You know I appreciate all of it. And the fact that you even wanted me to stay on, I appreciate it. I appreciate anybody allows me to get on their panel. Just to talk about football. I just love to talk football, man, especially about my Carolina Panthers. So great show.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for answering my question. I feel like I got a little smarter today, learning a little more about this.
Okay, well, that's
I be
what's up.
researching this stuff, man.
That's good.
And I
That's
played
good.
the
That's
game.
what's up.
It's a lot that I didn't do while I was out there, right? And I never played college ball
Yeah.
or beyond. So
Mm.
you know, it's so much to
Right.
learn. So I appreciate the show.
So
Hey, I appreciate it, man. That's what it's here for. Is don't listen. I don't know everything. I'm still learning from the people that I learn with. I just try to share what I know and give y'all the insight and the jewels that I have, because I'm not no gatekeeper when it comes to the knowledge. You know, it's there for the people that want to receive, and for the ones that don't, that's cool too. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But I love the game. I'm passionate about the game. I've been watching the game, you know, and playing the game over 40 years. So, you know, I would think that I know a little something about the game. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah,
I just try to share what I know, man. That's all. I just try to bring facts and context to it.
Yeah,
that's all it is. Bring facts and context to it. Yeah.
For sure.
All right. Well, Carolina should not overreact to a limited preseason sample, and it should not hide behind it either. The offense has to prove it can communicate, protect, and sustain a possession when the lineup changes. The defense has to prove that Phillips and Lloyd can help turn individual flash plays into a complete unit identity. That is what Jacksonville is for. Identify the problem in practice, then prove the correction carries over to the game. All right, everybody. If you enjoyed the conversation, hit the like button on your way out. Subscribe to Unbiased Opinion Sports Talk and share the show with another Panther fan, family, or friend. All right. And as always, keep the debate respectful. Keep the football facts first. And as always, Panther Nation, keep pounding.